Cool, and we're live, the Born Free Podcast, episode 5. As always, please rate, subscribe, and review on iTunes. Please check us out on Soundcloud for the streaming. You can leave a comment there as well. YouTube, subscribe to the platform. It's the Born Free Podcast, and also leave a comment there as well. So, something special today, considering that life starts again. I feel like I was dead for 2 months. I feel like I was dormant for 2 months. Whoa. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, the Premier League is starting up this Friday. We're recording this on a Thursday. So we're going to do something like a preview of the upcoming season that is about to start. So with me in studio, I have guests, very special guests, sports people, soccer people, right? I've got Chervon, Chetty.
Hi.
And on my left, I have Ranza Shakes, aka Shakes.
Hey, what's up?
How are you guys doing?
We're good.
Are you guys loose? Are you...
Look, I'm
We're
nice,
so
man.
loose,
Like,
after all the arguments happening here before
can
we
you
started
imagine?
recording.
Like, we had our own podcast before this went live.
Oh, yeah, we had which
own.
I still recorded. You probably didn't see that. I actually still recorded that. So that material is still there. So don't worry about it. So I'm gonna ask one thing. Now, please speak into the mic, right?
Into the mic.
Yeah, something like that. Away. So how do you guys? What's the feeling? What's the energy like for the new season?
For the new season.
Where you guys at?
Life has begun.
I won't lie. I watched the Community Shield and stuff, and people are going on about how Arsenal won and everything, but I'm not really a fan of the quality of football that's being played recently. I don't know, it's just me.
Is this particular to Arsenal?
No, not only Arsenal, just the Community Shield, like Chelsea, Arsenal. I watched the pre-season stuff with the Premier League Asia Trophy and all that.
Cup, yeah.
The quality wasn't great for me. Yes,
It's pre-season, guys.
Yeah, of course, no doubt. So like my excitement is like first weekend I'll give them a day off.
Okay.
And then the following week I'll give them like, okay, then I'll rate them.
Okay, so but how are you feeling though about the season? Apart from your disappointment with how teams are performing in pre-season, which is
what's the biggest signing that's happened in the Premier League? Like Romelu Lukaku, that's it. Like, so like what's the excitement per se? Like there's
my thing is, does money really make big signings? And does big
money?
Signings,
Yes.
Does big signings actually make a Premier League season?
Yes.
Look,
Because like Pogba really did he do much last season?
No, he didn't do
no,
but the hype is
with
there.
so much money.
He didn't.
Like,
But when you talk in terms of like excitement, like Neymar's gone to. There's more excitement in other leagues that's happening than for me
but
in the Premier
is
League.
Neymar moving
but-
now gonna make you watch that more intently?
I probably
No.
would follow PSG slightly.
I won't.
Slightly.
You see, this is
No,
what
I
I'm
think I
saying.
won't.
So by signing
Wait, hold
a
on.
massive player, so if Messi came all of a sudden,
If Messi came where?
If Messi came to Orlando Pirates, would you suddenly start watching
no.
Orlando Pirates?
No, you
The
wouldn't.
answer is no.
Okay, so hold on a second. So you
That would
telling
never
me-
happen, but it's in the dream.
So we know that League One doesn't show on TV. So if PSG starts playing in the Champions League against other teams, you're not gonna watch them.
Yes,
because
but that's
Neymar's
because it's
there.
the Champions League.
Yeah, what I
Not
mean,
because it's Neymar.
no,
I mean,
wait,
you
wait,
watch
wait.
Champions League
Wait.
anyway.
I will watch Rostov and Man United on fucking
wait.
Champions
So
League. It
Neymar
doesn't-
moving to PSG has no slight effect on the fact that
On
you might
viewership.
you might watch PSG.
Not on viewership.
I think
not
what you're
necessarily on
mistaking
global
is,
viewership.
as football fans, we are guaranteed to watch football regardless of who is playing because you love the game.
Damn, man.
That's me as a football
Or
fan.
because,
Look,
because you love the league.
Okay.
I love the Premier League, regardless of who stays. Suarez left. I'm a Liverpool supporter. That didn't
course.
make me stop watching the league.
What does it make you excited? Did it make you excited when he left?
Did it make me excited? It didn't make me excited, but
About the
I'm still
season.
excited about the season, regardless of who was there or not. Because I think it's the Premier League, guys.
I guess
They don't call it the best league in the world because it's a buzzword, it's a buzz line to use. It literally is.
It's the
the
best-
most competitive league
It's
in the world.
definitely the most competitive with the most money. But there's one statement I always make about the Premier League. It
Okay.
does not have the best players in the world. The elite.
It has
best
some of the best players in the world. What do you mean?
Elite.
Okay,
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, that's what
Messi,
I was about to say.
Neymar,
Apart
Lewandowski.
exactly.
Come on, bro.
But you're
Bonucci, come
naming. Wait, but you're naming elite players.
That's what I'm
period.
saying.
It doesn't have.
What we're trying to say.
What
But
did
how?
my statement
But
say,
look
though?
look at this. How many elite players does Spain have?
A lot.
No, elite.
It has probably the most. If we say
How many though?
Wait,
When we're talking the class of
hold on.
Cristiano Ronaldo, the class of Lionel Messi, the class of
if we say there's only 5 elite players in the world,
Yes.
La Liga has the most of them.
Yes,
if there's
because
only 20,
they have
we
2
the
Ballon d'Or
most.
back to back. Like I mean,
Exactly,
that's a freak
my
of
point.
nature. It's not.
So when I say Barclays Premier League, most hyped,
Yes,
you know,
of course.
most money, but doesn't have the most elite players in the world.
But
Yeah,
that
but these are
doesn't make you
players-
not watch it.
And another thing,
That's the thing.
let's be fair.
By them not having the most amounts of elite players doesn't make you not watch it. You still
Facts.
support Arsenal,
Yeah.
whether Cristiano Ronaldo is playing there or not.
Yes, for sure. I do watch it.
Thierry
no
Henry
doubt.
doesn't play for Arsenal anymore. You
That's
you
why.
don't-
That's why I said
let's-
hype.
let's
That's
be-
why I said
let's-
hype.
So
Let's
I'm
also
saying to
be-
you, your club is bigger than your player.
My
So-
club is bigger than my player.
Facts.
Yes.
Yes, it
Fact.
is. Yes,
Your
it
club
is.
will continue whether the player is there or not.
And another thing, can we also say that the Premier League is that it's become that stepping stone for the elite players to move to the bigger clubs,
Perhaps.
which are
Perhaps.
the Bayern Munichs,
Perhaps.
the Barcelonas, the
Perhaps.
Real Madrids, right? Look
Perhaps.
what's happening with Coutinho now.
Perhaps.
He is evolving into that class of elite player,
For sure.
which means he has to make that step,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
And that's another reason why the Premier League is the most exciting league in the world.
But
Because you can get a throw. Sorry to cut you off,
No.
but like you can get someone like a Harry Kane who comes out of nowhere,
Yeah,
but is now on the radar of elite superpowers in football.
for sure.
You get what I'm saying?
For sure.
It builds that hype, sometimes unnecessarily so, but it generates a certain buzz, it generates a certain attention towards the league.
Okay, so what I said was people have to get my statement right. I said it doesn't have the most elite
But it
players
creates
in
them.
the world. It may create them, but it doesn't have the most elite
Yeah,
players in the
but
world.
Barcelona
the finished
and
product,
Real Madrid
though.
and Bayern Munich are the only teams that have the elite players like
Juventus,
that.
no?
But what
Damn,
I'm saying,
yeah, but
what
they
I'm
build them
saying
too. They-
is yes, they might not have the elite players, but it doesn't make you watch any less of games
Facts.
because those players are
Yo,
not
but guys,
there.
how much does it contribute that
So
they're
Chervon,
only on TV?
what are you excited about? Because
Oof, great.
Shakes is clearly not
I'm excited.
about the Premier
But not
League.
about the quality.
For an Arsenal supporter, you clearly
not the quality,
you don't
guys.
give a damn.
The quality of football has not been the most amazing. That's what I'm not
For
excited
preseason
about.
games.
Of course, and
in
I
what
expected
way?
more. I
Okay, in
expected
what
more.
way? Please
What-
explain
you wanted
to
to
me.
see goals?
Yes, in what
No,
way was the quality
Didn't
not?
your
no,
team
no, no,
win
no,
the
no.
flipping cup for scoring more goals?
They did win the cup for
What
scoring
was
more
that, the
goals.
Winning
Emirates?
the
Emirates
Yes,
Cup
they
in the
lost in the
Emirates Cup.
final, but
Yes,
because they
yes,
scored the most amount of
yes,
goals.
yes, for sure.
So
But
the
Okay, what are we
Technicality.
expecting to see?
so when I say quality of football, I'm talking about the trapping of the ball. You know when the ball lands.
Guys,
at your
it's
feet,
preseason.
the
These
pass-
guys have
for
been
sure.
on
I understand that, but I'm just
vacation
saying.
for
and you're
weeks.
right. But now what I'm saying is that with a week left to go, the Community Shield, the quality that was in that football was not great for me.
But was it just because
Personally.
Chelsea didn't come to the party as well?
Definitely, they were off. They were completely off.
Chelsea are gonna have a bad season.
Chelsea are going to struggle. They're going to
Chelsea might not make top 4.
I think they will, but I think they either need to decide whether they want to concentrate on Europe or they want to concentrate on the
Chelsea
Premier
might
League.
not make top 4.
Because when I think of Chelsea, I always
Like-
think like Morata's gonna definitely struggle. Yo,
Morata looks
he's
like
gonna,
This is
he's gonna
the thing,
struggle
right?
for sure.
you miss a
Come-
penalty in
you
preseason
come
that
from
affects
La
you before
Liga.
the first game of the
This
season.
is my big thing though.
Yeah.
Is you come from La Liga, you're on top of your game. You're winning.
Yeah.
You go to the Premier League and suddenly you're as small as you can possibly be because it is a different league.
But Morata is a small player. Period.
oh, I
is.
didn't mean like.
He is-
Not even
Stature, I
size.
mean-
I mean stature.
But I'm also saying, look at Pep Guardiola.
Okay.
Yeah.
Best coach. Comes
Yeah,
to
this-
Premier League.
My man, this
struggles.
is the Premier League, bro.
For
Premier League is a
No, but-
different.
No,
It's a
Premier
different
League is
beast
a different beast.
entirely,
It's
yeah.
the most competitive for sure.
Exactly.
Any team can lose to West Brom. You could
So
go
it
to
really,
Stoke and lose.
it also then makes
You
your
go to
whole statement
Brighton
about
and
elite
lose.
players irrelevant because they come back and it's a
Okay.
different league.
But if the elite players are winning Champions Leagues every season,
Yeah.
they are not in the Premier
It's
League
because they
though.
play themselves.
guys,
They what?
another
They're
thing.
playing against themselves.
Exactly.
Yes,
These
cool.
you're talking about elite players that move to elite teams and
Yes,
elite squads.
Do
you get what I'm saying?
But
Like-
at some point, was not Man United elite? Was not?
But what-
was
that's-
not Arsenal elite once
It
upon
was
a
a
time?
different
Was
ball game.
Liverpool not
exactly.
elite?
But one,
Way
one thing
different ball game back then.
Exactly. And another thing, one thing I'll concede is that in terms of quality of teams and in terms of quality of football, the Premier League has declined. You can
Has
see
declined,
how
yes.
their involvement in the Champions League is no longer prevalent.
Yeah.
You used to see English clubs semi-finals,
At
finals.
least, yes.
Like now it's
Yes.
it's the baton has been has been transferred to Germany, Spain,
Sure.
who've always been in that involvement. Maybe Italy now as well, with Juventus reaching the final. So it's like.
So I got a question.
It's a dip.
So the fact that the elite players or the best players in the world are not playing in it, did that contribute to that? Them not making
Yes,
semi-finals
'cause-
and quarterfinals
Exactly.
and finals and all that?
Because
I don't think so.
Because
No.
clubs,
I think it boils down to pedigree and training.
In pedigree and
but
training.
that's why I disagree, Siobhan, because you have the best managers in the league.
Yes,
Yes,
but
for sure.
having a
You get what I'm
brilliant
saying?
manager doesn't mean
For
that you can play 4 games
Exact-
consecutively every
I
single
know,
week.
but that's what I'm saying.
And that's the problem.
And that's why I say I kind of agree with Shakes a bit, because it's like the elite players are not choosing to come and play in the Premier League
Yes.
at the moment.
Yes.
Right now, even players that are in it now are players that are looking for moves, players that aren't
Yes.
necessarily believing in their clubs and believing in the fact that they're going to make contributions in Europe or
Danny Rose?
other places. Danny Rose, for example.
Yeah.
Calling for a manager to make signings. Like, it's
Yes.
like,
Yes.
you know what I mean? They're not believing in their current teams, especially teams like Tottenham, teams that are supposed to be making that next step, that jump to,
Yes.
okay, we can actually compete for the league
Yes.
and we can actually compete for the Champions League. We're not
Yes.
there to just make up the numbers.
Yes.
So it's like players are looking at the Premier League now as a great place to go,
Yeah.
but not a great place to stay and
Definitely.
become a legend.
But funny enough, that's what's crazy. Once upon a time, Barclays Premier League was that place, though.
yeah,
But
once
that was
upon a
when
time,
football-
Italy was that place.
No, for sure.
Everybody has their,
For sure.
you know, their moment. In, in
everyone has
Europe.
their moment. For me, it's just the whole thing of the most elite, the best players in the world. Like, you can even go to a Dortmund, right, and say Aubameyang starts in any team in English Premier League. Any team, guys. You think
Yeah,
he
I
does, though? Does he not?
I guess a little stretch.
And
but I
it's a
guess.
little bit
I
stressed.
guess.
And in other leagues, he might not.
Yeah,
In other leagues, he might not start in any
he
team.
doesn't start at City.
He doesn't start at City.
He's not starting
Wait,
at
hold on a
City.
sec. So you got Sergio Aguero, you got Gabriel Jesus, and you got Pierre-Emerick
Aubameyang is not starting at City,
So
fam.
Aubameyang is not starting above.
No!
Based on the past couple of
Based
seasons.
on past what?
What are you talking about,
He's not
bro?
going to start at City,
Wait,
dude.
hold on, Chervon.
Have you seen
Tell
City
me, Chervon,
signings?
who would you start? You got those
Bro,
three.
I need to go
Ish,
through
but
City
Aguero,
signings,
no,
bro.
but Aguero is.
I do.
I need to go
I
through
agree
the
with both of you
signings,
though,
fam.
because
What?
I see him as a very big impact player.
Definitely.
But it also depends on the type of game that you're playing.
So would you start him?
I would start him in the Premier
Who?
League, but have him.
Again, which team are you starting him? City?
I'd start him at City.
Playing
No doubt. I'd start him at City.
You're playing
But
games.
I think it depends on who you're playing against, because
For sure.
he's a massive impact player.
For sure.
Yeah,
So
but
I would
he's
bring
saying
him
it in the
on.
context of he is a
He is a-
shoe-in.
he's shoe-in
at City,
starter for
starting.
sure.
No, he's
Absolutely no one is a
not.
shoe-in.
What? He's a
No one
shoe-in.
is a shoe-in. No one at
Aubameyang
all.
doesn't start,
Do you
guys.
know that flipping Guardiola doesn't like Aguero?
Oh, now okay. So
Cristiano
hold on,
Ronaldo
he
hold on,
doesn't
started
hold
in
on.
the Super Cup.
Hold
He
on,
wasn't a
hold on.
starter.
Now we're
Look,
gonna
I like
base it.
Aubameyang.
Now we're
I
gonna
really
we're gonna
love
base it on what Pep Guardiola would do or something. I'm basing it on
Yeah.
Chervon and Wandley. What would you do?
I wouldn't start him.
You'd start it. Who would you
I'll
start?
start Aguero.
Okay, yes, Aguero. Aguero's
asking-
the argument.
It's not even the argument. He does it week in, week out when he's fit.
And Aubameyang doesn't.
And at Premier League level, we don't know.
We don't know.
We
but
don't
in the
know,
Champions
yeah.
League level, he does it all every season. Does he not?
He does it.
Definitely.
I won't take it away from
He's
him. He's an
yes,
incredible.
definitely.
He's an incredible. I would love it.
But also,
He would
it
probably
depends
start
on
at
who's
Liverpool.
playing
I'd love
around
at
him.
Liverpool.
Everything comes into context.
Yeah, everything comes.
No
in
one
context.
player is brilliant on his
He's
own.
not even like if you even have to bring it back to the context of Guardiola. He's not a Guardiola player.
Oh, here we go.
But
No,
is he?
true. He's not.
He's not
No
at
doubt.
all. He's not the
But
type
every
of-
time I always like try to make a statement about a player or someone moving, I don't always base it on would Louis van Gaal start him
that's
or
the
will-
manager. You
or will
always have
Arsene
to-
Wenger start
but
him
it's-
or whatever.
I know,
I'm
but-
talking in terms of quality and who's better and who's better. And for me, in my opinion,
Sergio Aguero is the better striker.
he probably is.
Better
But
finisher.
probably is.
More intelligent.
Probably
You get what I'm
is.
saying? So
probably is.
Even off of that, I would still play
based
Sergio
on
Aguero.
past form, I'd probably play Aubameyang. That's
Based
just
on
me.
when fit.
And when Aubameyang is fit,
No, I'm saying.
why are we disregarding
No,
what
I'm saying-
Aubameyang's
the way
doing,
you're saying,
though?
the way you're saying past form, you're talking as if Aguero's form dipped. He was injured.
Yes, he was injured.
It's
And
hard for
he
me
was
to.
put on the bench by
I know,
Gabriel Jesus.
I know, but I'm saying it's hard for me to recall a time where Sergio Aguero was off form. And I'm not trying to be funny. It's
Yeah.
been a while since.
yeah.
When has he ever been off form? He's been injured.
I know he's got the best. No, not one of the best
Conversion rates.
Conversion
Yeah,
rates
like,
in the
He's a
Premier League.
reliable player.
He
Definitely.
does what he's
That's
supposed
it.
to
He's
do.
a reliable
For sure.
player.
For
But
sure.
anyway,
You
moving
put him
to
on
that.
because you know you're gonna get a goal.
But
So what are you? I don't really want to talk about Aguero because But anyway, what are you? What are you expecting from the league, man?
what am I expecting from the
What are
league?
you looking forward to? Actually not expecting. What are you looking forward to?
Okay, look. So as an Arsenal fan, seeing that you told everybody that I'm an Arsenal
You
fan,
say like I said.
I'm so sorry.
I really like this 3-4-3 formation. It's been working quite well
It's not
for
gonna
us.
work.
It's been working quite well so far.
Yeah,
Is
you
it
don't have
not?
the players for it to work.
Oh boy, dude!
But okay, continue.
I'm talking in terms of the last games that were ending towards the Premier League, and also our preseason as well,
Those were
and then
tight.
go into our community
I
shield
just
as
thought
well.
you said preseason wasn't that great to judge on.
No, Arsenal. I said Arsenal. I meant it as in like Stoke City playing and Liverpool playing that way.
You played
and
the best preseason out of all the flipping
No, for
clubs in-
sure. I put it as an overall statement. I didn't just say Liverpool alone. Did you guys watch
Okay,
when Leicester
continue.
City was playing?
Okay, so you're
Okay,
looking forward
continue.
to Arsenal's
Arsenal, yes.
3-4-3.
Your
Yeah,
3-4-3
3-4-3 formation. It looks like I don't think we'll win the league, but we will definitely
definitely
make
not.
top four. That's a
I-
statement I'm willing to make.
I beg to differ.
That's a
I don't
statement
think
I'm willing to
Arsenal
What are
are
you
going to
looking
make
before?
top
Okay,
four.
before you.
Okay.
I'm gonna chop him as well. Trust me.
You're gonna chop me? Wow, why are you chopping me?
What are you looking forward to? I just want to
Chervon.
get like a general consensus of what the excitement is based
Okay.
on. So like, what are you looking forward to in the Premier League?
I think City are going to be massive this season in the Premier
Definitely.
League.
So that's what you're looking forward
That's-
to.
I'm looking forward to
Guardiola's
that. I'm
second
looking forward
season
to-
at City.
But you know what another big thing that I also look forward to this season is that
What else?
Chelsea, Liverpool, United, Arsenal, and Tottenham are all in Europe.
Yes.
So there's no excuses.
And you're not.
You know, last
Who's
season
not in Europe?
I'm in Europe. What do you mean? Arsenal's in Europe. What are you talking about?
Thursday
So now
night
we're talking
football.
What the hell? But we
Thursday
are.
night
But we are in Europe. Oh,
Back
guys,
when
are not in Europe?
Liverpool were in Europe,
Wait.
people were like, nah,
So,
fam.
wait,
Thursday
hold
night
on,
football on a
wait.
Thursday
Hold on a
night.
second. If I go to a party and I'm
Wow,
drinking and I'm
wow.
drinking the cheapest drink, am I not drinking alcohol or not? I am
Okay.
drinking.
Okay, but
So
you're
what
not
I'm
in
saying,
the elite.
yes, we're not in the elite Europe, but
European
that's why I
competition.
said we are in Europe. I didn't say which
And
part
try-
of
those-
Europe are
and
we
that's
in.
those Thursday games, my man.
Yes, but what I'm saying
Those
is that
Thursday games, my man.
Yes, we heard it
I'm
all,
a,
dude.
my man, I'm a Liverpool. Like, trust me.
dude,
Those
like-
Played
Thursday
a lot of
games-
Thursday games.
Those Thursday
We
games,
know come
then you come
Saturday,
back and you
how
play that
tired.
Sunday afternoon game
Guys, go
at
ahead.
Watford.
Guys, go handle Offenheim before you start telling me
Yeah,
about
no,
it.
No,
So
we're
wait,
just,
hold
we're
on.
just
So
basing
so-
facts, eh? We're just basing facts. We know
Yeah.
as supporters
Yeah.
how hard it is to play on a Thursday
That's what I'm
night
saying.
Yeah.
That
and
Thursday
travel
so
back home
to a
and
dusty-
play on a Saturday afternoon.
Go play a Merseyside derby.
Yeah. And that's what I'm
And bring
saying.
your A game.
I'm saying every team, every elite team in the Barclays Premier League is playing in Europe. So
Yep.
there's no excuse. So
gonna be
people
tough,
said
yeah.
Chelsea won the league because they're only playing every Saturday, or they're playing that League Cup match or that FA Cup match. They didn't play in Europe.
injuries.
And no injuries as well. So now every big team in England, you would say, is playing in Europe. So no one's gonna have an excuse per se to say, oh no, but they won the league because.
But what I think is
oh,
going to be so exciting is to see which teams put which eggs in which baskets. So they either have to go. They cannot do both.
Conte wants to
They
win the Champions
cannot. I beg your pardon?
He has to,
League.
though.
Conte wants to win the Champions
But he has to.
Yes, no, of course, because he's got
He has
history
to.
there. He hasn't done it.
League. Yeah, exactly.
But he
That's
has
what I'm
to.
saying. So he's not.
He's done the
yeah,
Premier
he's done the
League.
Premier
Yeah,
League.
he's
So
done
to
the-
me, he's going all in on,
Yeah, he's-
on Champions League.
he has
That's
to.
it.
Just even looking at the signings he's making, he wants to win he wants to win the Champions League.
He signed who? He signed Bakayoko and
He's looking to get
Ed Morata.
Alexandre-
Yeah, Morata. Is Morata a Champions League
No,
winner?
let me tell you one thing
Damn.
about Morata.
Yeah.
Morata he's that player that blindsided Europe. Like Morata's not that good, guys.
He's not.
No.
That's what
But
I'm
he's
saying.
he had some performances that were very good, right? But he's just the type of player that just blindsided Europe. Everybody's like people when people say Morata, I don't think they really like gauge how
don't comprehend.
not good he is.
Exactly, because like
Right?
no doubt, look, he scored a number of goals for Real Madrid last season, no doubt. But everybody keeps going on about what
not
he
a
did in
goals-
what he did in Italy, and I looked at his numbers
His
for
numbers
Juventus,
aren't-
and I was
aren't
like,
that
what?
great.
Yo, I was like,
He's
this
a
guy is
player
not.
with he's a player with good potential.
Yeah, he's got.
He's a player with
but
good
can he?
potential.
There's only one problem I had with that signing because I know United went for him first, and I was just like,
Was
can
it
you
not
carry
a
United? I was
package
like,
thing with United?
was it not a?
Was it not a
United went for him
James
because
Rodriguez with
Real Madrid was
Morata
not gonna
for
sell.
De Gea?
They
that
wanted-
kinda, wasn't it that kind of
I'm
spot?
not. I wasn't kind of sure
Madrid
with
were not
that.
gonna sell.
But one thing I know for sure was
That's
you
the
lose Zlatan and then you tried to bring in Morata. Or that I don't know if they did, but I was just like, Morata can't carry a club. That's my opinion.
No,
I don't
Morata
think
can't carry a
he
club.
can't carry a club. And Chelsea are basically putting all the eggs in this guy, like to carry
My thing
Chelsea, right?
With the signing of Morata is no, he's not going to carry a
He's
club,
not.
but he's a perfect space filler.
He's
he
not
has
even that for
no.
me.
I think
He's not
I
space
think
filler.
Chelsea
he's not Loic
are
Remy.
missing one thing in
Is
that
he
club,
Loic Remy?
and I think that
Loic
Morata
Remy
can
was
do
a
it.
great space filler.
Whoa, but
I'm asking a valid question. Is he Loic Remy?
No.
Who is gonna give you 15 goals?
He is.
I'm really not sure where the goals are coming from.
You would like to think Morata will score 15.
I'd like to think
I
Morata
really
will score
hope.
goals.
Yo, I really hope.
I don't see Morata scoring 15 goals.
This is me just looking to the
all
skies and
competitions, to
praying.
be fair.
In all competitions.
Yeah.
That's
What
a
you
bit
watch?
harsh.
I don't see him 15.
In all
In all
competitions.
competitions, that's a
Oh,
little harsh.
That's very
Morata.
harsh. That's very harsh.
That's a little
very
harsh.
So his goals are coming from where? The Champions League?
His goals are gonna come in when they play like a Maribor or when they play like
In
a
the
Slovakian
Champions
team at home, and he's
So
gonna score that
he starts
brace.
your Champions League game.
He has to.
Yeah.
You spend 70 mil on the guy. You have
You
to
don't
start him.
spend that kind of money
Conte-
and then leave him
so
on
you
the
guys
bench.
think Conte, that's his striker. He found his striker.
Dude, they just spent 70 mil, dude. Like
But
70
I'm
mil
asking you,
in
so you
pounds.
think that's
Also, remember, you
Okay.
don't know what Conte is going to do with him.
Oh, that's another.
he's a goal
Conte
scorer.
is
What
gonna
else
mold.
is he gonna do?
He-
No.
You can.
Every manager molds a player.
So
So you don't know what Conte is going to do to
Look,
him.
I like Conte as a coach. I don't think I think he's a good manager. Is he gonna coach Morata into being better than what he is?
Look, one thing I'd like to think he's gonna do, you bring in Bakayoko and you're gonna have Hazard and all that stuff.
gonna be a
Just
defensive-
make sure if I have any
be very
advice
tight.
if I have any advice for Conte, if you're gonna play Morata up front, make sure you create a lot of chances this season, so that if it fails, you can say he didn't put it
I
in the
think
back
Chelsea
of the
are very
net.
bad.
That's what I think. So Morata will start because of the money that they spent and Costa as well, having fights with Conte and all that
Costa.
stuff.
What's going on with Diego Costa, guys?
Yo, Diego Costa.
I think we just need a moment of silence for
What
Diego
the hell?
Costa. That's
guys,
about it.
I honestly believe
I
if,
think they're gonna fix on.
if I was Antonio Conte,
No one is going to fix
I think-
yo, dude, I would like if I was Antonio Conte, I'd ask him like,
I think
dude,
they're
I'm
gonna
sorry
fix
what I
that.
said in the
Yeah,
SMS. Come back and play for us. That's what I do.
Yeah, because
That's-
it's like it
that's what
doesn't
I
make.
do.
You're going into the Champions League. You've got a proven Champions League scorer.
Yeah.
You've got a proven Premier League scorer.
Damn, that
You can't put so much weight on it. And another thing, Morata's a kid.
it's amazing. He's 24. Is he a kid?
He's still a kid.
24.
What
Not
has he
in
done?
football
Damn,
terms.
not in football terms. He's not.
As far as what has he done? He's been to the Champions League final, yes.
Yes,
but what
he
has
has.
he? Apart from that, what has he really done in his footballing
He
career?
scored 24 goals for Real Madrid last season in all competitions.
Cool.
So like,
But what has he?
What has he
That's-
learned
that's-
from Real Madrid is
you
what
know
you
what I
should
mean?
be asking.
Exactly,
What
like-
lessons has he learned?
he's definitely whenever he came on for Real Madrid, he scored. So that's if I was to back him up, if I was to play devil's advocate, he scored quite a few though. When he was at Juventus, he scored a few decent goals.
But is he scoring because of the people around him or is he scoring because of his own talent?
He's scoring because
the
Real Madrid
guys-
is a super team.
But also, guys, a little bit of his talent, guys.
He's
Come on,
talent-
guys.
no, I
like-
rate
Taking
his
away for
talent, but-
talent. But
Yeah. But like a
He's
lot of
not-
talented players played for Real Madrid and didn't score. Michael Owen. But I'm just saying that like there's people who played and had talents in the world and did not score for Real Madrid. So,
just around the room, player, manager, and team to look out for.
player
Not
manager.
necessarily the team. So actually, let me not limit.
Okay.
However, so
Okay.
player, manager, and team to look out for.
Player.
And why?
Player to
Let,
look.
you wanna go? Should I go first?
Yeah, you can go.
Player to look out for if
Yeah.
he stays, Philip Coutinho. I think playing deeper, and I'm not just saying this as a Liverpool fan, but I actually am. Playing deeper, like from what I've seen through preseason, and I do judge preseason. I do because for me, it's how you're gonna set up your store as a manager.
Okay.
If he's playing deeper,
Yeah.
and he has speedsters like Mane and Salah,
Yeah.
who are just gonna run the flanks, and Firmino, who's a clever footballer, I think
Yeah. Yeah.
It's made for him.
Yeah.
You're going to see why he is the heir to Iniesta's throne.
Okay, you're
I
going to
think
see why he's,
this
he's
season,
proper. Yes.
People are going to see why he is going to replace
Iniesta.
next
yes.
year.
So
That's gonna
he's
happen.
so in your opinion, he's definitely leaving Liverpool.
I think
next
as a
season.
player, you'll be stupid
it'll
not
be stupid
to.
not.
Okay.
And I say this as a Liverpool supporter
Yeah,
myself.
it's not
Okay.
like, come on.
As-
You're gonna
as
go
a
play-
player-
So he's gonna force the move next
No,
season.
gonna force
he's
the
not
move.
going to
He's
force the
gonna
move.
go.
Okay.
But and I said this on Twitter as well.
Yeah.
As a football fan,
Yeah.
or as anyone in
Okay.
your job, if you get an offer from another club or another opportunity
Elite
from
team.
another
Yeah.
business that's going to double your salary and let you grow into a better person
And win Champions Leagues.
and win
And another
Champions
thing,
League.
remember, guys, Liverpool are a selling club.
Yeah, they
Klopp
are.
disagreed
Club
today.
disagreed. Yes, I
Klopp
saw
said
it.
today that we're not a selling
Klopp says
club.
a lot of things, and I saw the comments.
Yeah.
Liverpool are a selling club. If Real Madrid, there's certain clubs that when
You
they
just
call for
don't
you,
say
go.
no.
But this is what I'm
Right?
saying. As a person, you cannot hold someone back from achieving the best that they
And
can achieve.
Coutinho, another thing, guys, Coutinho wants to leave.
That's
He's not-
that's
he's
true.
just not
That's
forcing
true.
him.
That's
No.
true. It's one of those.
Yeah. But
He's
he'd be
okay with what
stupid not
happens,
to
Yeah.
but he
want
would
to
like
leave.
to.
Exactly. He
sure.
wants to go to
Because
Barcelona, guys.
it's the
sure.
same thing like Neymar. Yes, you reached everything you could possibly reach with
Exactly.
Barcelona, but you want a challenge, so you move.
Wait, did Neymar move for a challenge though? But
Did
okay,
you not
that's his
Neymar
Premier
move?
League. It's Premier League, guys. But did he move for a challenge
Neymar
or?
moved because the tax laws in Spain are ridiculous.
And
And what else does he need to do at Barcelona? And he wants to be the main man. Those are the three reasons.
yeah, he wants to be the main man
He-
and money.
Living in Messi's shadow is not what everybody wants to do.
Main man and money.
Main man, money. Like
Money.
I said, tax law, main man,
Yes,
money,
money.
and what else does he have to do at Barcelona? What?
Guys,
You
he
want
was-
to soar at the end of the day. You
For
want to
sure.
fly as high as you can
Exactly.
possibly
What
fly.
do you guys
No one
want him
is
to do
ever going to
at
be okay
Barcelona?
with mediocre.
Exactly. What do
Not
you
when
want
you're
him-
on that level of greatness.
Look, I think the problem that Neymar had was that every time he was gonna go on goal, he had to pass someone else
He had to-
so that they can score. But I'm just saying that he was the heir to the throne. Everything was gonna work out
To
around him.
what throne? at
To
Barcelona?
Messi's throne, is it not?
He's not
Messi's
gonna wait
still
that
very
long.
much on that
No, for
throne.
sure. No, for sure.
Are you gonna wait 3 years? Because that's how 3, 4
4 years,
maybe.
3,
When you
4
are
years.
at your peak now.
Exactly. Come on, guys.
Yeah. Go-
And even then, even when Messi retires,
Yeah.
he will always be compared.
Look, one thing's for sure. If I was Neymar as well, I'd probably go to
would,
the. I'd go to the League One and
I would
and score
win-
50 goals in
win
the League
some-
One
some-
and
some
make some good
trophies.
money and not win the Ballon d'Or yet. But yeah, I'll probably do the same thing.
Be an ambassador for Qatar.
Be,
You know what I mean?
be
You
an
know?
ambassador
Make
for
your
Qatar.
money.
Make-
For
Make
me-
that money.
For me, that's
that's a lot of money.
my player.
Okay,
players
so
to look
that's
out
for Philippe Coutinho.
My manager,
Oof.
I'm rolling the dice here, but Frank de Boer at Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Woo.
I think Crystal Palace are they're just stagnating. They're up and down. But I think if what he's saying is true and he can manifest what he's saying, I think Crystal Palace will do top 10 this season.
Whoa, that's a big
I
statement.
think Crystal Palace will do top 10 this season. Because I like him as a manager. I like his philosophy as a manager. He shouldn't have done Inter, I know.
Me too.
Everybody's going to say Inter.
Yeah,
He
Inter.
shouldn't have done Inter. Was way too soon.
Oof.
But I think this is the type of club for him, right? It's not too big,
It's a-
but at
it's-
the same time, not too small.
It's a damn shame because like Inter is what probably decided the club he goes to
Exactly,
next.
exactly.
If he did not go to
But-
Inter, he
but
probably
let's be
could have
hon-
been at
An
Everton maybe.
Yeah, but let's be
Yeah,
fair.
Everton maybe.
But let's be fair. Crystal Palace is the club for him. He's not doing better than Crystal Palace.
Is what are
Right
you saying?
now,
Are you saying prior to
if he's
Inter,
gonna
or
come-
are you saying even after Inter? Because
think-
prior to
even-
Inter,
I
it's
even think-
Everton for me.
even-
I would also say
I
Everton
would-
Yes,
prior
that's
to
Everton
Inter,
for
yeah.
me.
But even
I
if he
actually-
left Ajax and went to Crystal Palace, I still wouldn't have begrudged him.
I actually think that he belongs at Everton, even
Oh,
post.
yes, in terms of even philosophy as well.
Yes, I
His
just think he
philosophy works for me.
suits that club.
Huh? Yeah, no, Ronald Koeman's got. No, I'm saying Ronald Koeman's got.
No,
We're
he's
talking-
got it. It's fine.
We're
But I
talking
just
about.
think that's that club, that environment
Yeah,
suits
I
him.
think that's what I'm saying. I agree with
Yo.
that, but I'm saying I wouldn't have begrudged him even if he left.
Yeah, here's
for
a-
Crystal
No, of course,
Palace.
yeah.
Here's another
Because it's
statement.
like he's developing, guys.
For sure.
Remember, this guy is fairly
He's young,
manager.
yeah.
Yeah, so he's a
very
fairly
You know what
young
I'm saying?
man.
So even if he went straight to Crystal Palace from
Yeah,
Ajax,
for sure.
that's still a challenge. That's still
For
a
sure.
club that's going to give him enough of a challenge,
Yeah.
enough of what he needs to grow as a manager.
Yeah, no.
With Everton and the money that they got now, I think
Yeah.
they needed a Ronald Koeman, a more experienced
Yeah, for
manager
sure.
who's going to be able to manage egos, who knows how to manage a budget. You know what I'm saying? I think that would still been big for Frank de
You
Boer.
reckon?
I still
Damn.
I think he would have
You
done it.
reckon?
I think he would have done well
I think
at
he would have.
it. I think he would have
I think they
handled.
would have.
This
Look, I think
guy-
they would have hired him.
Because I
don't
actually-
believe he would have
I
taken
think-
Everton.
I think
to
Crystal
another
Palace
level.
need to back
Damn.
him up a little bit more.
I think they will.
I don't think they
a
back
little
him
bit
up
more.
enough.
He's not getting he's not gonna get Everton money. He's not gonna get
sure.
Arsenal money.
For
It's
sure.
like-
No, he's sitting.
He's not gonna get West Ham
He's sitting
money.
in the same predicament as
Anyways.
Rafa
Rafa's in
Newcastle because Rafa
Yeah,
has
it's a little-
potential,
Because Mike Ashley is not.
but there's
Mike,
no money.
Mike Ashley's not doing anything, and I know, and I understand why. Because who was there before Rafa? It wasn't Pardew.
It wasn't.
Pardew.
It wasn't that.
Who was there before Rafa?
Before Rafa at Newcastle, yeah.
Newcastle,
Before they
when-
got relegated,
yeah,
man.
when Rafa took over.
Rafa,
Before they, it was not Ellen.
Rafa
it was
took
Pardew.
over-
No, it was Pardew,
It
right?
was Pardew.
Pardew got like a 8-year deal or something.
Yes,
Did
it
he
was.
not?
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't
Pardew.
him. Was it then?
It wasn't Pardew. Pardew moved to Crystal Palace.
Yes.
That's where he was. There was someone there
But-
before who spent money.
Who spent
Who got-
money?
Who spent the money? Who got Sissoko, the Vinaldums?
Wait,
Remember there's a-
Pardew didn't sign those guys?
That's not. Was it him?
I'm thinking it
Yeah,
was.
I think it
him.
was him. And I think that's the reason why Mike Ashley is not spending money now.
Why?
Because of those
'Cause it's
signings. There's a time where
finished.
Newcastle, I think, was the 6th, 7th
Yes.
highest
Yeah, spenders.
spenders.
Yeah.
And I think it was Pardew, if I'm not mistaken. Correct us. But if I'm not mistaken, it was Pardew. And I don't think Mike Ashley trusts Rafa that much.
Damn, how do you not trust Rafa?
I think he might be saying, let's see how you do with what you have. this
Damn.
season." And I don't think
so Mike
they'll get
Ashley,
relegated.
so basically Mike Ashley is accepting 15th place less.
Yeah, they just
He's
came out of
he's accepting
relegation.
that.
I
He's
think he's
accepting
happy with
that.
that. If he stays,
Wow.
I don't think he minds. Do you think he minds if they stay? in
But
the
Rafa
Premier League?
doesn't want that though. I'm sure
Rafa-
Rafa wants top 10 finish. Does
Rafa-
he not?
Rafa-
Rafa's
doesn't
not
want
going to
that.
get a top
Yeah,
10
it's not-
finish.
Yeah, but
They'll
I
be
don't think
safe.
Rafa's. They're not.
I
going
think they'll be
down.
safe from relegation, but
Yeah, they're
they'll
not going
just
down.
make
Yeah.
it.
I think Rafa's
They'll
good.
literally
They're not,
maybe be like that fourth team.
they're
Yeah.
not going down.
Just
And then,
safe.
Let me just do my player Coutinho, manager Frank de Boer, team to look out for. Huddersfield.
No,
Yeah,
I think they're going down.
Bro.
Team to look out for.
Yeah, see,
Huddersfield.
bro.
And like I watched a bit. I didn't watch, but I watched a bit of what they were doing, and the manager as well. Like going back to those links with Klopp, like David Wagner, like he's a football guy.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? And with what they had.
So this doesn't have to do anything with the fact that he's Klopp's best friend or something.
No, not because he's Klopp's
Okay.
big face. He's
Okay.
just a football
No, just
guy.
asking. No, just
You know what I'm
asking.
saying?
Just
And
asking.
even if you can pick up something from Klopp, why not? Is that a bad thing?
No, it's not a bad thing.
Not necessarily a bad thing. And I don't think they'll go down. That's another reason why I think they're a team to look out for. I think they'll play football.
Yeah.
Out of all the guys that came up, I think they'll play football. I think Brighton are good as well, but I think they'll go down. But out of all the teams that came up from the championship,
Yeah.
I think they'll play the best football, and I
Okay.
think they'll stay up. So Coutinho, Frank de Boer, and Huddersfield.
Huddersfield.
Player, manager, team to look out for. Chervon.
Player, and now it's just going to sound like it's because I'm a Liverpool supporter as well.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we've been biased, eh?
Here
Yo.
we go. Here we go.
Club's friends.
Here
I'm
we
making
go.
it.
You know.
Here we go. Like.
I think player to look out for is Salah.
Oh.
Mohamed Salah. Second
Mohamed
chance.
Salah. He has been so
Exceptional.
impressive in
Exceptional.
preseason. And I just think him and Mane, that partnership is
No,
flames.
guys, how did you guys not say money to player to look out for? Damn. Okay.
One is because he's a G. Like,
Yeah,
it's
okay,
like, we
'cause
know
he's
what
a
he's
G,
gonna
okay.
do. And another thing, if teams come to Anfield and play football,
They are dead, bro. They are
if teams
dead.
come to Liverpool
and they open up,
and play football,
dude, then they
it is
then
going to be
it's
hell.
gonna be
It's
hell.
gonna be a very
It's
long
going to be
90
beautiful.
minutes. And if Coutinho's fit and he plays that deep role as well,
Yeah.
with Mane, Salah, Firmino, or
And
Sturridge,
if we
or
just,
Origi,
like, can you
man.
imagine? And then we throw in Van Dijk into that mix if we manage to sign him.
Van Dijk should just hurry up.
Yo,
You know?
Van
So that's why I just let it go.
Van
So
Dijk
let's,
is
let's,
going.
let's stop fanning out.
Yes.
Van
But
Dijk is
yes,
going
I
to.
think Salah is the player to watch. I think he is definitely flames.
Salah.
Salah
Mohamed
is
Salah.
it, yes.
That he was gonna fit into Liverpool's system.
It
The way he
makes
plays.
sense,
Yeah, it
yeah,
made
the
sense.
way-
That
It just
signing
makes
made sense. It
And
did.
everything with him and Mane, I can just see it already. It's a Philippe Coutinho,
Okay.
Firmino like
So,
matchup.
Siobhan, let me
It's
ask
just-
you, who starts for Liverpool in the front three? Obviously Salah, because you put
Yes.
Salah in, and on the
Salah,
other
Mane,
side of the
Firmino.
wing.
Salah, Mane, Firmino.
Yes.
Okay, Salah, Mane, Firmino.
Yes.
Would you play Firmino or would you play Sturridge if they both fit?
I would
Firmino.
play Firmino over
Firmino,
Sturridge.
okay, why?
I would get Sturridge on to make that impact because
Okay.
you could get that goal.
So-
whereas Firmino will run it.
Why do you play Firmino over
Because
Sturridge?
he's a clever footballer.
Yes.
Because he's clever
And-
than Daniel
Sturridge
Sturridge.
is very selfish,
Okay.
So I struggle to see him playing well with others.
Would Sturridge not score more goals than Firmino? Just asking.
In that
If they
setup,
both
no.
fit.
It
In that
depends.
setup,
I don't
no.
think in that
Not in that
setup.
setup.
No.
So
Because
Firmino
you're
would score more
running the
goals in
ball.
that setup.
No, not even him.
Okay, so I'm saying who would
That-
score
that
more
front-
goals?
so you have a front three
No,
that
so
can
you're
finish. They
asking
all
a
can
setup in
finish.
terms
Okay.
of team, or you're asking for more goals?
So I'm saying
Because
no,
more
I'm
goals,
asking.
Sturridge is your out and out striker.
Okay,
Liverpool
out
is
and
not
out.
going to have an out and out striker, guys.
Okay,
this season.
for sure.
That is not going to happen.
So you guys
You're
wouldn't
going
start.
to the goals are going to be shared amongst Firmino, Sturridge, even from maybe midfield, from Coutinho.
Origi.
If Lallana's fit, it's going to be the same as last season. You're
Yeah.
going to have
Gone are the
more-
days where you need a striker.
Exactly.
Yes,
it's
for
not
sure.
going to
You
happen
don't
in
need a
top
centre
team.
forward anymore. That
Right.
number 10, that number 9, it's not needed.
It's
Your
not
goals
needed
come
anymore.
from everywhere else.
And I
Okay.
think that's what's going to happen this season.
I know. I
And
just wanted
that's
to find
open
out.
football.
I wanted to find out if you guys would start Firmino or would you start Daniel
Firmino
Sturridge.
or Gabriel.
I would start Daniel Sturridge in a game where we need goals.
Personally, I would start Firmino over him, but because Firmino offers more than Sturridge,
does.
for me,
Yes.
that's what I.
He's more
That's what
And
I
also
think.
he
yes.
gets back and he defends.
Yes, that's what I
That's
said.
what you need. You need
He
someone that
presses
gets
better.
back to
Yeah,
defend.
exactly.
Sturridge is selfish.
And that's
He's
the
there
thing.
to score the goals and that's it.
Yes.
I've never thought I'd say this, but he's not that much of a great athlete anymore, Sturridge.
Yeah,
It's
From
the
an
nah.
injuries.
athletic standpoint,
Shame,
he's
man.
lost that.
Those injuries must
Yeah,
have
he used
hurt
to
him.
be
You
very
must remember, the
athletic. He used to be our
hamstring
second
injuries
most
are
athletic player,
ridiculous.
Yes.
behind Henderson.
Yes.
As far as an athlete,
Yeah.
he was probably our second best player, but
Damn.
not anymore, man.
No.
What a damn shame.
And even keeping him for me personally,
is also an off decision.
yeah, man, I don't understand.
So you'd
that,
sell
man.
him?
Yes.
Yes.
Because I think it's an emotional decision from a lot of fans. Like,
Yeah.
Sturridge,
And Sturridge just
we
keep
know the
him.
potential,
Shame.
we know
Yes.
what he can do,
Yes.
but he's not consistent. He's
Yeah.
never on the pitch. He's not consistently playing games. So
Yeah.
why would you keep?
Shabon, would you sell him?
Yes,
You would also sell him.
I would sell him.
Damn. Okay.
If I was, if
Because
was
I
using
think
my
that
head,
we can use that money to buy a better striker.
yes,
Perhaps.
a
Someone
better
that's
backup.
fitter, someone that's not so injury prone,
Yeah.
and someone that's not that selfish, eh? Because to me, he misses a lot of goals because he is that selfish.
We played flipping Bilbao, and I was watching Inaki Williams the whole.
Yo, in the
time.
guys,
You
and I'm
know?
like, I was like,
We can clearly get this guy for
dude,
40 million.
why? I was like,
like,
yo, I told people in work, I was like, Inak Williams, guys.
I would
guys.
sell Sturridge, get him for 40 million.
I was like, that's a Liverpool player straight.
straight.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think Sturridge. I love Sturridge. I think on
But-
his day, one of the best strikers in the league. But no,
But
man,
nah, it's
I
not gonna
would
work.
sell him. So, but let's
Shabon,
continue.
manager of the-
manager.
My manager of the season.
Please don't say Klopp.
I'm not gonna say Klopp. I'm gonna say Pep Guardiola.
Pep Guardiola.
He's had a season to settle in,
Okay.
and I think he's gonna read the Premier
Pep is
League.
not playing.
That makes
Because
that makes sense.
to me,
Pep is not playing.
no, he's
this
not
season.
playing.
Mm-hmm.
One, two. If City win the league, it'll be because of his decisions and his decisions alone.
City will win.
I
Because
think,
he will. So last season,
yeah.
he played the same games, regardless of who they played, where they played, what
Yes,
games they were playing,
yes.
what kind of result he needed.
Yes.
Same football day in, day out.
Yes.
That's what he did.
Yes.
Now he understands it.
The one thing I do like about Pep Guardiola is that he's got this thing also Mourinho has as well. Like, they don't like losing, man. And I
They
think
don't.
I think
And
them
I
finishing third
personally-
hurt him so much that he was like, I'm not gonna finish third again.
I personally rate Pep higher than Jose Mourinho.
Is it?
Right
That-
now,
that's
yeah,
my.
I think as a
right now,
manager-
yes, right now, yes.
No, but I've done it for a while.
Okay, you've done it for a
I've
while.
done it when it was Barcelona versus Real Madrid,
Madrid
those
and all
two
that
kind of
stuff.
thing. Like
Yeah.
I've always rated
I
Pep
think-
higher. I just think Jose Mourinho is a far more vocal, so he'll be in
Yes.
the media more.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
let's be honest, you're gonna be in the media when you
Yes.
spread controversial
Yeah,
topics,
yeah.
when you say stupid things. I mean,
Yes.
this is why we listen to Jose Mourinho's press conferences.
like-
Not because we're gonna learn anything about football, because he's gonna say something stupid, and we're gonna be like, oh,
what
my
to be
word, he
Fair,
said that.
Jose Mourinho has been a very good manager for a very long time.
Oh, he's
for a
brilliant.
long time, yes, for
He
a,
is the
For
for
special
a long
one.
time, guys. He was
Very long time
He
he's
was
been-
very good.
He is brilliant, and the way he understands football.
That's
is
the
on a
one thing I
different
like
level.
about
I
both of
think
them.
that I think the resurgence of Pep is what perhaps maybe changed that perception of Mourinho. I think that's why he is the way he is. Because
Guys, can we?
for a very long time it was the special. It was just
Yes, it
Mourinho.
was. Just, so can we
It was
fairly
a
say?
consensus of Mourinho is the best manager in the world.
Yeah.
Even in the,
Yes.
amongst the Ancelottis, the
Yes.
Klopp,
I mean,
Arsene
if you
Wenger,
actually,
it
if
was-
you really think about it, Conte's Chelsea team that won the league is Jose Mourinho's team.
That won the league.
yeah.
That
Technically,
won.
you could say
It's
that.
Jose
Technically,
Mourinho's
you could.
team. He lost that change room because he swore at the
He lost
doctor.
his- I think
Yeah,
It
he
had
lost his
nothing
change
to do
room
with
heavily.
Conte coming in and buying new players
Heavily.
and changing things.
I don't think it's
the
because he was a
moment
bad
Jose
manager,
Mourinho was no
definitely.
longer
They
there, they
just-
turned
yes,
on and
they
they
didn't play.
played.
Oof, yeah, that's
didn't
true.
So
play.
Conte
That's true.
actually won the league with Jose Mourinho's team.
Technically, you could say
Technically.
that. Can we
So-
also say Jose Mourinho made Pep Guardiola what he is? or played a
Yes,
huge
'cause he
role
played
into
the
what he
arch
was.
Of course.
Yes, he
'Cause
played
he
the
played the
arch. He played the
arch
devil's
nemesis.
advocate,
Exactly.
right?
It's like
Yes.
this.
Yes.
Cristiano Ronaldo would never be the player that he is if he didn't have Messi chasing at him.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, for
vice
sure.
versa.
For
But
sure.
I think that for me, that's caused the downfall
Of Barcelona.
of not even Barcelona, but for me, Mourinho, because I think he focused too much on the resurgence of other managers who were just doing it
Jose
different.
Mourinho
You know what
became,
I'm saying? Like,
he's
and
human.
He's
And this
human,
was,
but
he lost to the human element. He let it get to his head.
exactly.
No
Shame.
one could touch him.
At some point, yes. At
And
some
all
point,
it took was one girl doctor to say no.
Yo.
That's all it took.
I think it was his ego, man.
Exactly.
I think it was
Because
just his ego.
he,
Like, he just got
didn't
in-
agree with what she did, so he swore at her, and the team was like, okay,
who's
cool.
But wait, who's to say that that's not how he behaves? Period.
What do you mean?
I think maybe I'm saying he probably does that. It's just
Look, he
that
probably
happened
does
to
that,
be-
right? But for me, it's one of those, like, the fact that Chelsea went down last season, the way they did,
Yeah.
the previous season went down the way they did, is that it's probably how he talks, but last season, or that previous season was just
Yeah, I
different.
think they were
But
fed
that's
up.
just
But it
like,
was very
it became,
different,
Yeah, it
maybe.
was like, look, bro, we won the league for you. Come on. chill.
Yeah, fam. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, don't talk. Like, we did it for you. Like,
And
you know?
plus, like, she was a long-serving physio
My whole
at
thing is,
Chelsea,
yes,
though.
you can be as arrogant as you want. Even Kanye West is as arrogant as he is, but every now and then
If you're
people are
not
like,
winning
okay,
football
calm down.
games-
Exactly.
Just step down a
had
little
he kept
bit.
winning football games, we would be having a different conversation.
Yeah, had he
Exactly.
kept winning
Because he would be
football
the
games,
greatest.
as he...
Win games.
But that's all it is. It just takes one decision to humble you, and you fall.
That's crazy, yeah. But
Pep Guardiola, man. Pep
Guardiola?
That's a good pick.
Yeah, that's my
and then
manager.
your team for this team to look out for.
Look out for the season.
Oh, my heart wants to say Leicester just because.
Oh,
Kelechi Iheanacho.
for the win.
Kelechi.
20 goals a season.
What a player.
Not
But
gonna
I
happen.
think the same thing happened with Leicester. The
What?
players are suddenly turned on for Shakespeare. They want to
No.
play.
Leicester got way in over their head.
Wait, hold
That's
on.
all it was.
Oh, was it only that? No, they were
Did they-
performing
did
really
Ranieri
badly
not-
under Claudio
Yes.
Ranieri, dude.
Was it Ranieri not the favorite
I think-
anymore, and then suddenly
no,
Shakespeare
yeah,
came along,
From
Yes.
that standpoint, but I think
and
they just
you guys
realized
are
that
winning.
what
Jamie
happened
Vardy's
was a
getting your
freak-
goals.
Like, it was an entire freak of nature.
Yes.
All the top clubs didn't pitch up.
Pitch up, yes, for sure.
Oh, no, of
For
course.
sure.
And then for some reason, whatever happened was just miraculous, right?
Yes.
Season 2, you're in the Champions League.
Yes.
And you're in a league where people are like,
Okay.
we're not fucking around.
Reinforcements, yes. Yes.
You're way in over your head.
Okay, but
So-
you didn't let me finish.
Okay, continue.
Because I said my heart wants to go with Leicester. You didn't let me finish my
Ooh.
sentence. I'm actually going to go for West Ham.
West Ham United.
That's a very good pick.
Chicharito.
That is a very good pick.
Chicharito.
I like that
Chicharito. Chicharito.
If West Ham United,
And it boils down to one player.
Who's
for
that?
me, Joe Hart.
Joe Hart. Do you rate Joe Hart, guys?
I
Joe
rate
is a
him
good-
as a
Damn.
West Ham
Good.
goalkeeper.
Huh?
I rate him as a West Ham
As a
goalkeeper.
West Ham
because
goalkeeper.
for me,
West Ham have
he's
never
going to
had
keep them
great
from
people,
having
man.
5 goals scored against them to just 2 goals.
who have they bought
okay.
from in centre half position?
Since how
Like,
did they
do
buy
have
anyone?
Any?
Did they have anyone? Did they buy anyone? They got. Look,
they bought.
I
they
like-
bought
I like
either 3 or 4
Okay,
players.
so West Ham have bought
big players
Pablo.
I think so.
Zabaleta for free.
Yeah,
They bought,
Zabaleta.
Obviously, Marko Arnautovic, Javier
Yeah,
Hernandez,
they got Marko
Said
Arnautovic.
Haksabanovic. I don't know who the hell this
I don't
guy
know.
is.
Sorry,
who
say
that
that
is.
again.
Said
Said.
Haksabanovic.
Okay.
Haksabanovic
Okay.
from Halmstad.
Okay, can we
So,
just go through some of
That's
this
it.
Haxa
Those are the only
Banovic's
players they've bought. So
stats?
They got
defense
Zabaleta.
wasn't defense their issue?
But I'm not
last season?
saying that West Ham are going to win the league.
Yes,
Yeah,
for
I-
sure. They're
I-
a team
that's
to
what
look
I
out for.
like.
I'm just saying
I
that
like
they
that
are
pick.
going to come
Yeah, team to
from
look out
a
for.
lower division or from a lower half of the table
Okay.
to suddenly
Top 10.
top 10.
So Joe Hart
I'm
is
not
gonna.
saying
Joe Hart is gonna
they're
make a
not going to make
difference.
Champions League. They're
Yeah,
not going
no,
to make
for sure.
top 4. They're not
But
going to
no,
make
which
top
other-
6.
actually, no,
But they're
you
going to
haven't
make
picked
top
yours,
8
Huh?
for me.
You haven't picked your.
I haven't picked mine. Yet.
Uh-uh.
So before, because there's
I haven't
another
picked
team I
mine.
think we're not talking about.
I-
You probably will, but it's fine.
Yo,
so yours.
I hope not.
Let's
So
move on.
with me, man, player to look out for. Ish, I'm gonna go with a kid, small kid. His name is Gabriel Jesus. Reason being is he came on, he burst onto the scene, made a couple of runs, scored a few goals. I would like to see, because like I wasn't really convinced with the way he was scoring goals. Everybody was going hype and going crazy over him, but I was like, I hope second season they haven't figured him out. So we'll just see. that I just hope that they haven't figured him out.
What does he play? Is he gonna lead the line?
He's gonna lead the line, no? He is, right?
With who? Who else?
I don't think he's
Silva?
going to lead the line, but he's definitely going to fit in quite nicely.
Yeah, I think he's
I
gonna.
don't think he's a leader. I think he's a very good contributor.
If I'm Pep Guardiola, I think he's gonna play Sergio Aguero just behind him. If they both play. If
What
they
happens-
don't play, if they both don't play, Gabriel Jesus is
Sane,
is
De
playing.
Bruyne,
Yeah.
Sterling.
Then that's
Bernard
what I'm saying.
Silva.
If it's between the two,
Where the rest?
Is Sterling going to... Just on Sterling. Is he going to pitch up to this party? Who's going to continue with his... Sterling, continue with his, like, they're
Sterling should
paying
never
other
left
people for
Liverpool.
other things
Guys,
there
I-
We've had this
that are not...
conversation
I think with Sterling,
Football
guys, like
related.
if I'm to be very honest with Sterling, now, I think we've seen the best of him.
Yes, I think
It doesn't get better than this.
I think.
Whatever scene.
Do you
it
think
doesn't
that
get
he
better
moved to
than
City
this.
too
I
soon?
think- No,
Even
no,
if
no.
he left, even if he was at Liverpool,
No, but do you
I don't
think-
think it gets
What
better
I'm
than this.
saying,
I think-
saying is,
Yeah?
do you think he moved to City too soon and he
Yes.
could have been molded
Yes,
better
yes.
before
I
he
was
moved?
about to
for
say
sure,
that.
no,
I
for
was about
sure,
to say,
for sure.
Sterling stealing, Sterling.
Sterling.
Sterling's ceiling is higher than what we're seeing now.
Yes.
Is it-
I think
yeah.
he's got a higher. There's
Yes,
another
yes,
level.
yes.
He still needs to know how to cross the ball. He still needs to know how to
He needs
pass.
to know how to
Yes.
score.
finish it.
Can he score
So
though? Like
he's still got a very high ceiling. My
Left foot
problem
was
is
crap.
He
you
wasn't-
don't go to teams like Manchester City to develop.
but guys,
You
like
go to teams
hold
like
on.
City.
He was
Win
he was
titles.
in Brendan Rodgers' hand, and
Exactly.
Brendan Rodgers was molding that clay.
I don't
and then
think-
suddenly the wheel stopped turning.
I don't
think
think
for Sterling-
Brendan Rodgers would
And
have been
he's
the
unfinished.
manager to mold him that
but he
greatly
put
though.
him.
But
No.
he did.
He did, yeah.
No, he put him on, no
Credit-
doubt.
credit to Brendan Rodgers,
But
I
I think if let's say Jurgen Klopp had come at that time, it would have been far better.
Yeah,
That's what I
I'm
think.
saying. Like I think he needs a manager that is going to develop him.
But what are you gonna do?
Pep
And
doesn't
Liverpool
develop players,
haven't won the league in like over 20 years.
I
Sorry, guys.
agree
But
with
I'm
you.
saying, and then City comes in.
I know.
and
and neither
they're
had
like,
Arsenal, just so you know.
sorry, Chervon. Well, we're not 20 something years in. But anyways, all I'm saying is that if Man City come calling in Chervon, you're also gonna leave. You also wanna
but
win
I
things.
mean,
No,
No?
I'm saying that,
Look
yes.
at Coutinho.
Yeah.
Why
But
is Coutinho
I'm-
staying?
Coutinho staying because Liverpool are saying no.
Because Coutinho knows he's going to be a superstar.
No, because Liverpool are saying no.
Oh.
If it was up
No.
to Coutinho, he's gone.
But I'm
Coutinho
saying-
has respect for the team, and he knows that he can learn
and he
more.
knows that he's growing. That's
He's
another
young.
thing.
So wait, Coutinho is staying because of he is young and he can grow.
Coutinho's staying-
Not because of
Because
Liverpool
he'll
are
be
saying
worth
no.
3
Yeah,
times
that's
as
not
much
the-
next
But
season.
come on, bro. Like that's not the only reason. You know, players can force moves.
Yes, they can.
We're
But I'm
seeing
saying
it now.
but now obviously
But
there
so you
is
can't say
there's
that
some
the
players
only
who are
reason-
respectable
guys,
about it.
wait.
Thierry Henry was
Guys, let's
respectable
not
about
play
it
that
before
whole
he
respect thing.
Oh wow, he doesn't have respect
If
for
players want to move, they'll move.
for
Yes.
sure. But what I'm
Like
saying
we're
that
at that climate. Where
Now
Look,
if-
look at Luis Suarez,
Okay.
who absolutely adores Liverpool.
Okay.
Absolutely adores Liverpool.
Yeah.
But he wanted to move, and he was determined to move. So
Yeah,
he moved.
yeah, but remember he
forced
moved a year
the
later,
move.
yeah?
he moved
He
a year
moved- he
later.
moved-
He had
moved a year
Steven
later.
Gerrard begging him to stay.
For sure.
That's why he stayed.
But what I'm saying is that Coutinho is staying mainly because
No,
Liverpool are saying
Coutinho
no.
is staying
Mainly.
because it's his decision.
Wait, if it was up to Coutinho only.
wants to move.
Wait, if it was up to
But he's
Coutinho
not-
only, we
but-
did not move.
Yes, but he's not
Coutinho has said
desperate
yes,
to
he would like to move,
That's what
but
I'm
he is
saying.
happy at
exactly.
Liverpool.
He's
Yeah,
not
for sure.
That's the
desperate to
difference.
move.
Guys-
Sterling was desperate to move.
Guys, Thierry Henry was happy at Arsenal. You know,
But Thierry
Luis
Henry
Suarez
was
was
ready
happy
for the
at
next
Liverpool. You know, all
Thierry
these
Henry
players.
had reached
But-
everything you could have done at Arsenal.
my
He
whole-
couldn't
my-
have done anything more.
I agree,
For
but
sure.
my whole point is, like, there are certain managers that are going to develop you as a footballer.
For
We
sure.
all know this.
For sure.
Yes.
Pep Guardiola is not one of them.
Yes.
Sterling is not going to develop as a player. So if he stays at City,
That's
his peak.
for me. It's even if he moves elsewhere.
I think if he moves
That's me personally. I don't see anything better.
I think he
that
can
we're gonna
develop
get from
as a
No,
Sterling.
I think
don't
young,
think so.
I think
Right.
we're too late
I don't
for
think
that.
so. How old is
I
he?
don't think he's.
No, the thing is, I agree with, because Sterling, had he stayed or even moved to a younger team besides City and grown at that stage
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
his career,
Yeah.
yes, he could have reached higher. But now
You think
he's
it's-
already
it's-
living life.
I won't
don't
lie,
know,
guys.
guys.
Who's gonna pay?
It's
Like,
done.
what's he on 150?
Yeah,
Who's
he's
who's gonna pay?
It's-
Sterling
I don't
wage?
know.
done.
At some point, he's gonna have to take a humble decision and leave. And the thing
But
with
that-
Pep Guardiola, the way it's
Where?
going, he's probably gonna push him out slightly and slowly. He's gonna push him
But
out
we're
of the club.
forgetting that these players
Yeah.
are humans.
Yeah.
And the human element plays a massive role.
For
Your
sure.
ego will play a massive role.
For sure.
Your wallet will play a
But
massive
look,
role.
hey,
Your
guys, for
family will
Ego
play a
or no
massive
ego,
role.
even Wayne Rooney had to
But Wayne Rooney realized.
But Wayne Rooney, like,
I think
At
even
the
his
end of
wife could have told him, like, bro,
But that's
it's
what,
late.
Even, you're gonna tell me that no one can tell Sterling that it's looking rough out for you here.
It's not
Are you
as
trying-
bad
Is it
as.
not looking
it's
rough
not, wait, it's not
for
as bad as
Sterling?
what it was.
are you trying to tell me that there's anyone that can have that conversation with Sterling?
I-
And he's going
I
to
don't know
listen.
who's gonna-
Not even his mother is going to be able to
I
tell
don't know
him
who's
that.
having who's
be
having
honest, I don't-
conversations with Sterling, but
Don't get me wrong.
I think the nail in the coffin for Sterling
Yes.
is if City gets Sanchez.
Yeah,
If City gets Sanchez,
which they will not.
I do. You don't know.
Yeah, which they will not. By the way,
If
just putting
City
out
gets
there.
Sanchez, where does Sterling play?
Yeah,
In the
Sterling
Carling
doesn't
Cup?
play.
Or whatever
Yeah,
they're calling it now, the
FA Cup or what is it? I don't know their sponsors.
They
The new
just changed the
sponsors.
sponsor
I don't
now.
know.
Is that the fate of?
But for me, it's Sterling is at a place where, like,
Raheem.
how do I put this? Raheem Sterling's at a place where
Sterling.
it's rough, no doubt, but not as rough as it was for Wayne Rooney, man. Wayne Rooney, it was just,
No.
it was a no-brainer
But
to
I
let him
think
go.
Sterling might actually flourish again in
I think if he goes
Italy
to-
or in
No.
Portugal.
Sterling is not going to no Italy or no Portugal.
I don't
Sterling-
think he
Yo,
can
they-
reach
they-
a higher
they
level.
break him
He
in
cannot.
Italy.
He cannot reach a higher level in the Premiership.
I
I don't think that there's another
I
step
can-
to
You know
him.
which
Yeah.
team I think Sterling should go to?
Who?
Bournemouth. Eddie Howe.
Probably, no?
That
No?
is the manager for Sterling.
But wait. Hold on. We've had a player who's similar type to
Don't say
Raheem Sterling.
eBay, 'cause
That's
he's
all I'm about
not.
to say that.
No.
He's not a similar type player.
Jordan Ebe is
No.
not a Sterling.
Wow, guys.
very different.
No. Really?
No.
Really?
The only
They-
similarities is that they were both molded by Brendan Rodgers.
They're
That's the
both
only
molded.
thing.
That's it.
And they just as quick. And
No,
they play on
no,
the
no,
wings.
no.
But
Ibe
Jordan
is not
Ibe
as quick as Sterling.
But Jordan Ibe is quick.
Quick, but he's not
quick.
Sterling quick.
Guys, I'm not talking about like the
No.
difference between 90%
And another thing-
quick and 7. We're talking about.
But Sterling has a higher ceiling than Jordan Ebe.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure he
A
does.
way higher ceiling. So that's
No,
why
no doubt.
You can't compare them as players. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
And another thing, there's certain players where you get what you get. Jordan Ebe is one of them.
Yeah, Jordan Ibe is.
Jordan, he got
But
the
that's
Liverpool Jordan.
But
Ebe
that's
period.
Yeah.
Eddie
but
Howe
that's
didn't get.
Yeah, but that's what.
miraculously, like,
To be
someone
honest,
who's
that's what
gonna
I was
change.
also saying about Sterling as well. I really feel like
I think he can
that's
grow.
the
That's-
best we'll
I don't
ever
think-
get from him.
I don't think there
I
is a 2.0 to Sterling. I really
Yeah,
don't.
I don't think so too.
think,
I don't.
I think he could have, and I think
No,
his
I
potential was incredible.
I
But
don't
he's
think
plateaued.
so.
Why? Because
thrived.
he's lazy.
You know why Sterling was
Start.
good? Another thing at Liverpool, he got consistent games.
No, but he's lazy.
Consistency.
This is the thing.
But
Sterling worked when he played at Liverpool.
But
He
what's the-
worked for his place in that
Yes.
squad.
Yeah.
He worked. Suarez molded him.
Guys,
Gerrard
can't-
Like
molded
another
him.
thing for players, that's where a manager comes in. That's where a coach comes in.
For sure.
Like you're saying, someone like Sterling. Sterling is lazy. Yes, we know Sterling is lazy.
Yes.
But coaching, that's what coaching is for.
But then
right?
you're trying to tell me how old was he when he moved to City?
21.
It was 20 or something.
19,
Yeah.
20,
Yes,
somewhere
somewhere
there.
there.
As a 19-year-old, think back when you were 19. And some massive club comes and says, here,
I'm not saying no.
150,000.
I'm definitely not
hundreds of
saying.
millions of pounds.
I'm definitely not saying
you.
no. I'm not
I-
saying no to
Are you
that.
trying to
I
tell
don't
me
think-
that you're going to be like, oh, thank you, I'm going to grow into such a great player? Or you're going to be like, I'm the
not-
boss?
I'm not
But I
saying
think-
no to
Look
that.
at me.
At some point, for every player, there is that thing of wanting to be the best you can be. Don't you think so?
For sure. No. I think
Yeah,
there
but then
is.
if you
think that
have,
Sterling
if you have
thinks he's the
these
best he can be?
record-breaking deals for you when you are that young, have you not reached your potential?
No.
Are you not?
No.
Do you need
As
to
a
work?
player?
Do you need to work that much harder so that more people
Okay,
can be
let's.
like, hey?
If the record books were to close now, where does Sterling come into the conversation?
What do you mean record books?
In football, like football.
If
ends
I had to
today.
buy Sterling now,
If football, no, I'm saying
If football was to
ends
close,
today, and
yes.
we're telling the history of football,
Yes.
right?
Sterling
Where does
is
Ster-
non-existent.
My point exactly.
Is
How does that
non-existent.
sit with him?
That you
but
think he
that's
cares?
his own fault.
You think he
Guys,
cares?
these are
Do you-
footballers. We know they get paid these thousands and thousands
Yeah,
of
but
pounds.
look at
but
the
they're still
greatest player,
footballers.
the person who's rated the greatest player ever, Cristiano Ronaldo. How
Oh,
much work does he put
that.
into? No, it's a big to differ. Don't worry.
Oh,
trust
no,
me.
okay.
I'm not a.
But,
But he is.
currently he is the-
He is.
Yeah, okay.
World's
On
best
paper,
player.
yes.
On paper.
Yes, on paper, yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
He because he lives, breathes football. He trains. That's all he
Yes,
does.
yes.
Sterling, how many times have you read about him doing other things in the newspapers?
But guys, but wait.
Spending money on other things.
father, leave
so
him alone.
Yo, with how
yes,
many
he's a
kids as
father.
well? With how
But
many
is Cristiano
kids?
Ronaldo not?
Three.
He's got
Different
six, I
baby
think.
mamas
Six.
as well.
I think he's got
With,
six,
with
seven.
different baby mamas, that's what I know
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, wait,
Yes.
why are we judging his character?
No, I'm not
He's-
judging
But
it.
that's
No, I'm
not
not
what I'm
judging. I'm
saying.
just saying.
All I'm saying is Cristiano Ronaldo makes it into the papers because he's got
Because he's a
surrogate
footballer.
parents.
Yeah.
And he's he's
For sure.
giving money back and he's doing.
But guys,
he's
like-
never out getting drunk and buying hookers.
But
whereas
guys, if he wants to play-
Sterling is doing it.
But wait. I'm talking in the
If you're
sense.
winning games and you're scoring goals, no one cares if you're buying hookers.
but for me,
Wayne
it's
Rooney was buying
what
hookers.
I'm
Did he buy
saying-
hookers?
for days.
What I'm saying-
But it's still Wayne Rooney. And when we talk about open the record books of football,
Yes.
he
Which-
sits very high in a
Yes.
very comfortable seat,
For Man United in Premier League, yes.
right?
Yes.
But he's
So-
not the best.
He's not the best. He's not the best.
I mean, do you think of John Terry and
not
think,
the best
oh, what a
player.
great defender? Do you think how many times has he slept with his teammates'
I don't
wives?
care
John
about
Terry
him.
is one of the
Come on.
best defenders
in the world
ever. Yes.
Yes,
football.
I
Yes.
agree,
I don't
and he's
care
an
who he
absolute
sleeps with,
legend.
but
Yes.
that's my whole point.
But does
So
it not go two and two together?
it,
Because to me,
but I'm saying, look, if Sterling pitches up next season, scores 25 goals for Manchester
Yeah,
City,
right.
and then-
Oh, yeah, right.
Is
he
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
get
Okay,
25
yeah.
games?
Yeah, let me get it.
Devil's
Yes.
advocate.
Let me-
Okay.
Who cares what he's doing?
That's true.
People
Nobody
quickly
cares.
No,
forgot about
fine.
Rooney
Yes.
and
Fine.
his infidelities.
Yes.
Because what was he doing? Winning championships,
For
going
sure.
to Champions League finals,
For sure.
scoring goals.
For sure.
of
You know what I'm
course,
saying? Like,
but
Yes.
no one
Rooney put in
cares
the
if-
work on the field. Sterling does not put in the work on the field, and that's my argument.
That's where I'm saying this is where coaching comes into play. Look, if Sterling is like, I don't want to play football, I'm just here for the check, then there's nothing you can do.
There's nothing you
But
can
if
do.
there's something inside him that says, look, I can possibly be England's number one.
But I
Oh,
don't
I'm
think
glad
he
you
will,
said
and I
England.
think
You know what
I'm
it
saying?
boils
I'm
down
glad
to
you said
him
England.
being.
There's not too many players that can lead England from an
No.
attacking standpoint. If
Yes.
he can say, you know what, World Cup season,
Yes.
I can do this. I can
Yes.
be the person or the player that England depends on.
Yeah, because
You know what I'm saying? Like
But he
if there's
won't.
something
Because
inside him like that,
that little seed that should have been watered to say grow for football to be the number one love in your life was not watered.
Chervon, you saw that he left Liverpool.
No, I'm not. I wanted
Are you
him.
sour?
I'm
Sounds like
not.
you're sour.
Oh,
No.
he's just.
No,
Oh,
no,
you
no,
think
no.
she sounds like
I'm not
sour?
sour because I just think he had the potential to become
still
something
think he
great.
does.
Yeah, I think it's done for him.
And I
It's a
think
wrap.
I
think
think
it's a
it was
wrap, bro.
stifled.
I would like. Think
Okay,
it's.
let's move on.
So
There's
my
so
my
much to
manager
cover. Yeah, your manager.
My
So your
manager
player. Wait, your player
is
is
Gabriel Jesus.
Gabriel Jesus.
Yes, definitely.
Team to look out for.
And then
What did you say? Team to look out for?
no, I haven't gone. I'm going to manager than team.
Okay.
Cool. So now, my manager, I'm gonna go a little bit biased. I'm gonna say Arsene
Arsene
Wenger
Wenger.
Oh, really?
is the manager to look out for.
Have you not
Reason
seen
being,
everything?
is because so much pressure is on the man. Like in terms of what happened last season with the protests and everything like that, and looks like he's gonna keep Sanchez, which is a good thing. If he had sold Sanchez to Man City, it would have been worse. So in terms of if he loses 3 games in a row, it's going to get bad for him. So I'm wanting to see what's going to happen. I hope he really does well, and I hope this 3-4-3 brings him a lot of joy.
Arsene Wenger's days are done.
Look,
Have we
it's
not
done. I'm not saying he's
seen
winning the league.
everything?
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's
Yeah,
winning.
I think
I'm not saying.
Arsene Wenger is tired.
Do you not think that he's no longer a manager and more of a businessman? Because he
Not
runs that
even-
club like a
But
business.
not even
Yes.
that. He's tired.
Yes.
Have you seen him?
Yes.
He
Look,
looks tired. He looks.
he's definitely.
He's
looking-
old.
He looks uninspired. Forget him being old. He looks uninspired.
for sure. But I'm just saying, like he's come to
But
a
he
place
doesn't
where
need to be inspired. He does his mandate. He reaches it
I think if
every
you're going to
time.
manage a club
He
like
makes
how,
Arsenal money, and
I
that's
know,
what
but
he
I'm-
needs to
but
do.
I'm saying if you're going to manage a club like Arsenal, the way he manages, remember
Yes.
he calls all the shots.
Yes.
yes.
You need to be inspired. You
But-
can't have a manager.
but for
I'm
me-
saying to you,
but for me-
Arsenal is not run. Football is not the main thing at Arsenal.
then it's that's a problem.
But
That is
guys-
the problem. But,
but
you need
wait,
to
but
if
realize
you're
that
telling
times have
fans that
changed.
football is
Cool.
not the main
Football
thing,
is not the main thing
But
at
look,
Arsenal.
we have
Money
to,
is the main
We
thing.
have to give Arsene Wenger a little bit of credit, and this is the reason why I'm doing this. I'm playing at devil's advocate.
Are
He
we holding
changed.
on to
How are you
invincible
playing
team?
devil's advocate when you- that's your team.
Wait, can I finish? Can I?
Are we holding on to the same
Okay,
invincible
look,
team?
so like, no, we're not holding on to Invincible.
Okay.
That's gone and dusted. But the fact that he moved to a 3-4-3 and
Mm-hmm.
accepted that the formation that he was playing was not amazing, moved to a 3-4-3, there's more solidity. And as well as he bought a £52 million striker, guys. Like, he's trying. So, like, in the terms of everybody was calling for a striker, he bought the striker.
After how many years?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's changed now. So the formation has changed. The striker has come in, and it's like it's solid now. Pericek is playing better. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Okay,
and
so in 2 weeks' time, when you've lost one of your 2 games, and we have this conversation again.
Chervon, how about we talk at the end of the season when we finish above Liverpool?
Okay. That's not gonna
Oh,
Oh, that's
that's not gonna happen.
gonna happen.
Let's go.
That's gonna happen.
Let's talk after your first Thursday night game and you play again on Saturday.
Let's move
Let's
on.
have that
before-
conversation.
Let's move on. So,
Okay, so by
Arsene Wenger,
my team to look out for. They just moved to Wembley as their new stadium. My rivals, Tottenham Hotspurs, and the reason why I look forward to it because they've done really shockingly.
Oh,
at
so
Wembley.
you say look out for, not in a positive way.
Not in a positive way. No, not in a positive way. No, not in a positive way. I mean, like they moved to a new stadium. They're losing
Spurs
players.
are not gonna make the top 4. We all know that, right?
Oh yeah.
If Spurs played every single game
I'm
at
glad you said it
home,
first.
Is there a consensus that
Yes.
Spurs are not making top 4?
I'm glad you said it first.
But I'm saying this.
glad
I'm
you
saying this. If Spurs played every single game at home and never had to go out on the road, they could win the championship.
At
Home and
Wembley. At Wembley.
Yes.
That's not their home, though.
That's what they're home. And
They're
Siobhan, did you see how they did in the Champions League at Wembley?
I do.
They were shocking.
It was shocking. These
They
guys
couldn't
are
But
gonna-
beat-
it's different. It's a new season, guys.
They couldn't beat
West
Bayer
Ham said the same
Leverkusen.
thing.
Yes, that's them to say.
They were at the Olympic Stadium,
and yes,
right?
and know what?
Yeah.
They were
Arsenal smacked them like 5-1 or something like that.
I think people
Trust you to
forget,
remember that
like
score.
Of course.
that home, that wholesome home environment means a lot.
It means
to
a lot.
clubs.
Yes,
Oh,
it
of
does.
course.
If you're
Home
going
ground
to
advantage
go to
is massive.
Wembley,
For sure.
and that's your home, Wembley.
Yeah.
Nah.
So like for me, it's
But can they not make it home?
top 4?
top 4. No,
Spurs,
not
no,
for me.
not
Not
top
for me.
I
Losing.
Top 6,
I'll
yes.
even go as far as say Everton might finish above.
Yeah, see, bro.
feeding into the
Don't
sauce.
overrate Everton a little bit,
but
please.
The business that Koeman is doing.
Yeah, dog. Like,
No.
And
it's-
if-
Without
Yeah.
Lukaku, no.
But if Spurs keep leaking good players like they are,
yeah.
Everton might finish above Spurs.
Yeah, but
Everton
look who
gonna
Everton
struggle without
signed
Lukaku.
though,
Remember
bruh.
that, right?
Like,
They're going to struggle without
but
Lukaku. I don't think they'll finish. I think it'll be 5 and 6.
Who?
Spurs 5th, Everton 6th.
Arsenal's 5.
no. Arsenal is in top 4, guys. Wait, what?
Arsenal's 5.
Is top 4.
Who's 6?
What are you talking about? Arsenal's top 4. As I was saying, so as I was saying, Spurs are losing.
This was me in what? When did we crash out of the top 4?
the top 4.
Oh, 08, 09?
08 or 9. That's,
Right?
that
I
was-
remember that day. My dog died. I
08,
cried.
09. I was like, oh, we getting back, fam.
We're getting back,
It's going
fam.
to take a while to come back to the Champions League,
Dude,
brother.
trust me, Arsene Wenger will
gonna
not
be
finish
super,
outside top
yeah.
4 again. That's for sure. So as I was saying, Tottenham have lost players. They're playing at Wembley. It does, and Danny Rose might leave as well. Eh?
looks bad for
I think
them.
he's good.
Yep.
I think they're gonna leave.
Yep, it
Danny
looks bad for them.
Trippier got an injury, I think as well. I think.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure.
And that's their
So
backup.
for me, it's at some point. Dele Alli is going to ask for a transfer at some point. Maybe at the end of the season. Harry Kane is going to ask for a transfer as well at the end of the season. So the team to look out for in a bad way is Tottenham Hotspurs because I do not believe they will have a great season this
I
coming
think they
season.
fall out of the top 4. Signings, favorite signings?
Oh, favorite signings. I won't lie. Seed, is it Kolasinac? No?
That's
He
my
has
pick.
been very solid. Damn, he's been very solid. Whoa, he's been
I
very
think he'll
solid
be
for
the
me.
best defender in the league this season.
You reckon, huh? Yeah, I
think-
think he's very solid. The way he looks, yes, he looks powerful. man.
hungry.
He's yo, bro.
He
Like,
looks,
and we got him on a free.
you're, like,
Damn.
he reminds me of like when when Skirtle started
Yes.
at Liverpool.
Yeah,
Yes.
The potential that he had.
Yes.
He reminds me of that.
yeah. He's very solid. I like that signing. But
And your signing?
your favorite sign?
Oh, tough one.
It must
Okay, let me
be-
change my signing. Let me say
Oh.
because we picked the same person.
Oh, is it?
Chicharito at West Ham.
Yo, that's
I'm
a
also
good
going on
buy.
that. Hey, like it's
Guys,
just very.
how did-
And I didn't want to say it because I chose West Ham as my team to like,
Yeah.
and then I didn't want to go Liverpool because
Nah, that's a
But guys-
clever
But I
signing,
just
man.
think
How did
That's so
West
clever.
Ham
I got a
bought
question.
so cleverly.
how did Spurs not go for him? I don't understand.
Brother,
He
in
would have been
turmoil.
perfect.
What's going on?
He
in
would have been
Spurs?
perfect at Spurs, I
Considering,
think. Yo, he would have been perfect.
Janssen hasn't done a damn thing.
Who's Janssen again?
He hasn't done shit. So
Yo,
it's
but-
like I would have assumed that,
Chicharito's
non-risk
a
because
great...
it's a non-risk signing.
Guys, also in today's market,
Especially
they
for
got
the
him for
price.
13
Yeah, that's
million
what I'm saying, especially for
pounds.
the price. It's proven.
He
Yeah,
is
proven
older,
aura.
but he is a proven scorer.
Yeah, exactly.
Come off the bench and you're getting your goal.
But now he's going to
Exactly.
start now. Now he's going to
He's
start.
going
for
to
West Ham,
start.
which
I
is
don't know
great.
if I would start him against United though.
I would.
Why not? Why not? That's perfect.
definitely where you
You
are.
are the
Because
perfect.
he says he's not going to celebrate. So already he's
It
not.
doesn't matter what he does. I think he's a.
So you wouldn't start him, no?
No, I
start
just think it'd have a better impact off the bench.
I tell you, I would start him definitely. Yes, I would love to see what he do,
Joe
definitely.
Hart, Marco Arnautovic,
See, I just think
Javier Hernandez,
they've been
Said, this
clever.
dude.
Yes.
These are clever
They've been
signings.
clever.
They've been very
They've
clever.
Zabaleta
shopped
still has
within
a
their
year or
budget.
two.
Oh, yeah, 2. Damn.
Yeah, they've shopped within their budget. They haven't
Two's
like
pushing it.
spent.
A year wide, another year in the center, in the middle.
Who? Zabaleta in the middle.
Yeah.
Is he not a fullback?
That's what I'm saying. A year wide as a fullback.
Okay.
And in the center, the heart of defense.
I don't know, dude.
Can't
I
you
don't know
get 2 years out?
if you West Ham trying to push for like what top 7, top 8. Nah,
You
I
can't
don't.
get 2 years out of Zabaleta.
Nah, you can get one, one at most. Remember by the way, this is the same club that got Arbeloa, and that didn't end well.
But
and
Arbeloa
that
wasn't
didn't end
playing
well.
week in, week out. He wasn't playing.
And was Zabaleta
Yeah, I
playing?
was about to say he wasn't playing. He wasn't playing in the Premier League.
Okay, so I mean,
He wasn't. He went
yeah,
from Spain playing
for
easy
sure.
games to come.
But I'm saying that you would have liked to think his experience would have been much
No,
better
I
than
wouldn't.
no.
What experience?
Wait, his experience at Real Madrid would have
At
you would have.
Liverpool. Are you talking about his experience at Liverpool?
No. I'm
At
talking
Real
about
Madrid?
him coming from Real Madrid, the team that
West
he
Ham
came
are not
from.
playing in Europe, fam. So what?
Yeah, they're
what does that
not.
experience
But you would have
do?
expected him to.
No, I didn't.
Wow.
Did you
It's a
expect that?
different league.
I didn't expect Arbeloa to do a
Wait,
damn
you didn't
No.
expect him to do a little bit better than what he did?
No, I
Damn,
didn't.
what were you guys
Actually,
expecting on the bench? Nothing. Yo,
I wasn't
damn,
expecting
okay.
anything from Zabaleta.
Anyways, for me,
Arbeloa.
Zabaleta, I'm just saying maybe 1 year, maybe, but 2 years is pushing it. That's what I think.
I think at
think
West
he
Ham
gets
you can stretch him for 2 years.
For 2 years, you can.
At West Ham,
West-
you must remember they're not playing 3 games a week.
Exactly.
They're playing 1 game a week.
Yeah, but Zabaleta,
That makes a big difference.
his experience, for sure, I think so.
So you're gonna go with Chicharito as well?
Yeah.
Yo, Chicharito is actually quite
Okay, let's
a
wrap.
decent signing.
Player of the season.
Player of the season this coming season. I'm stretching to biasness again.
Okay, let's not pick our own.
Okay, can we not? But
supporters.
what if
Because
they're
now
really
it's
good?
like now
but
we're-
then
What if they're really
Arsenal
good though? I don't know.
podcast.
Okay,
Arsenal, Liverpool
okay, cool.
podcast.
So how about I pick a player of the season that I really think of and a player of the season outside of Arsenal? Am I allowed to do that? Or do I have to pick one out of outside Arsenal?
Okay, you can pick your team. It's fine.
Yes, my player of the season, if he stays, Alexis Sanchez, hands down.
Okay.
That's me. If he stays, definitely hands down.
Shakes, player of the
Alexis Sanchez,
season, Alexis Sanchez.
definitely.
am I allowed to pick my own?
You can no. I mean no, but I wouldn't lie. If we talk about
No,
it,
because you're
Sanchez.
gonna go for Coutinho.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go for Coutinho.
Guys,
You see.
Philip Coutinho is player of the
You know,
season.
for me, it's
Damn.
It's history repeating itself. It's Suarez leaving.
You
what?
are.
No, I think it's very different.
Oh, you think it's far fetched to say Coutinho?
Yes, it's far fetched, and
But
I
it's
tell
not
you
far-fetched to say
why.
Alexis Sanchez is going to be playing this season.
No, definitely.
Why not?
Sanchez does way more than what Coutinho does. Way.
I'm sorry, do you
Way
watch
more, he
football?
scores goals.
Way more. Huh?
What do you mean?
Yes,
Way more.
Way more. He scores goals.
And what?
Contributes.
And
Distance
Coutinho does
covered
none
as well.
of that.
What the?
No,
You said he
Coutinho
does.
doesn't cover distance.
He doesn't
Coutinho
have
does.
to.
He doesn't have to.
What-
do you
what-
mean he doesn't
no,
have
he
to.
doesn't.
He
He
plays in the deep,
Firstly, he
right?
does
He's
cover
playing in
distance.
deep.
He
And
doesn't
sec-
cover distance,
does.
Wait, but I'm saying
Chervon.
if he's playing deep, what are you saying covering? So what do you?
But is he
expecting
not a
him to
box
do?
to box? Is he not a box to
No,
box?
he's not
if he's
gonna be
deep?
a box-to-box
Okay, so what is he?
midfielder.
What
He's
is
gonna
he?
be an
Is he?
attacking
Is he
midfielder.
10? Is he?
He's gonna be playing the 10 role.
So behind the striker.
Yes,
Are you
that's
guys not playing three
We're gonna
in the
play three,
midfield?
but he's gonna be playing much deeper.
And then you're
than
gonna
that.
play with two CDMs.
We're gonna
then.
play with Lallana or Henderson.
It's
It would have been dope to get
CDMs.
Keita.
As CDMs.
Yes, Henderson's gonna play deeper.
Okay, deeper and
He
as
can
well
play
as
in a
Lallana as well.
diamond.
And Lallana as well.
He can play in
Okay.
a diamond.
Okay.
If possible.
Okay, I don't see Coutinho being player of the season. I'm
I'm gonna go for Coutinho. I think
Damn.
I think it's quite obvious actually.
Yo! Over Sanchez!
Yes!
Damn!
I think it's quite obvious. I'm gonna go for Coutinho. Who are you going?
If you-
Salah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for Salah.
Mohamed Salah for player of the season. That's interesting. That's an interesting choice, no doubt.
Yeah, this is very biased. I can't believe it.
Yo, it is. Hey,
Jesus.
I won't lie, man.
Yo,
I
the
tell
next
you.
one we do, please. Actually, our players are off limits.
I tell you,
Okay,
man.
let's go. Top 4.
Top 4. Yo, this is
In order.
hectic.
In order.
I think we're all gonna have the same number 1.
Yeah,
I think
Let's be honest.
City,
Yeah, City's number
everyone
one.
is in
I'm
agreement. City
gonna
are gonna
go
win the
City
league,
over
right?
Yeah. Number 2 is definitely Man United for me.
No, I'm
It's
gonna
Man United.
say
It's Man United for me.
I'm gonna throw it out there and say Liverpool.
I'm gonna go Liverpool too.
Yeah.
Yo.
I'm gonna go. And I'm not.
Woo!
I know me saying I'm not being biased doesn't mean
Yes,
shit
but
now.
no.
I'm gonna go Liverpool second.
But I understand why you're saying
Guys.
it.
This team is it's growing. If we get the reinforcements that we want, I don't see any position other than challenging.
You guys are finishing second with
Directly.
Lauren at the back?
If we get
And
Van Dijk,
Mignolet?
that's what I'm saying.
Van
I'm saying
Dijk
if we
though,
get
Van
the-
Dijk. Remember,
That's what I'm
transfer
saying,
season's
I'm
not
saying if we
done.
get-
Okay,
if
so
we
are
get-
we basing this statement on if we get
Why
Van
not?
Dijk? Why are we not basing it on right now?
Even right
Because
now.
did you not
Right
just
now,
say-
you'd say Liverpool? Would you say
Yes,
right now
Yes,
Liverpool?
I would still say
right
Liverpool.
now.
I still think,
Yes.
as far as going forward,
Because the best kind of
Jesus.
defense is offense, and have you
and
seen
Yeah, for sure.
as far as going forward,
Yeah.
based on what I've seen in preseason and based on what I've seen last season,
Yeah.
we're not losing money unless if it's injury.
Yes.
Salah complementing
Yes.
what we already have.
But we
I
all know
think
what.
we're gonna be the best attack.
But we all know. Yeah, we know
We're
for
gonna
sure.
be the best
Best
attack.
attack for sure. But
And I
my
think if Klopp is as intelligent of a manager, he's not going to allow what happened last season to happen.
we hope
You'd
so.
like to think managers are not going
I
to.
also think he's learned.
Guys, didn't Liverpool have the most goals scored last season?
We did.
Yeah, but
We
we,
did,
also
right?
conceded
That's
the
what.
most.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that also conceding as well? Is that what
I'm
hurt you
saying.
guys
Yeah,
last
that's what
season?
I'm saying. Do you think?
And if
I'm
he-
saying I'd like to think Klopp is more intelligent than just letting what happened last season happen again.
Yes, I think he's learned.
So he's gonna.
I'd like to think
So
that.
so something differently is gonna happen with this defense.
I'd like to think that.
Okay.
I would like to think that.
Okay. Good luck, guys.
So my second would be
Liverpool.
Liverpool. My third. Are we gonna go?
Yeah.
Okay, third.
Third, Arsenal.
Chelsea.
Damn.
Third.
It's Arsenal straight.
I'd go United third.
Yeah.
I think Jose's gonna do something. Like I don't think he's gonna.
Jose's
he
gonna
will
do
compete, but I don't think
He's gonna compete.
with Champions League and with the league, I don't think he has the players to.
You don't think so?
Do anything of.
You don't think so?
Of significance for the league.
Wowza.
I think. I think he might
crazy.
do well in the Champions League. I think he might do well in the cup competitions, but
I think the
third.
league.
And why not Chelsea?
I don't think.
Oh, you
Chelsea's
still
gonna make
think
top
Chelsea
four.
I won't
Make
lie,
top
Chelsea.
four.
Yo,
I don't think
Chelsea.
Chelsea's gonna make top.
The
four.
only thing
personally
yo,
don't
I think
that.
because that's funny because I was gonna go for my fourth place. I was gonna go with either Liverpool or Chelsea.
My fourth place is Arsenal. I know I said Arsenal fifth, but I think
Ah,
my fourth
look
place
at
is
that.
My fourth place is
Hey.
United.
I think it will hurt.
actually.
Arsenal. Yeah, I think it will hurt. So your third place is Chelsea.
Chelsea.
I think I think it will hurt. I think Arsene Wenger won't be here next season. Not. The
No,
season
yeah,
that
not this
started.
one, the
I think
following
the
one.
following
Yeah, the
season.
2018,
following one.
2019.
Yeah, I think Arsene Wenger won't be here, and I think he will want to leave Arsenal in a decent position.
Yo, which is fourth.
With his fourth.
Damn, you're so
Champions League.
disrespectful.
I just-
How's that
Yeah,
disrespectful?
no, it's
That's
like-
what you guys
That's
search
what
for
No.
every season.
Damn,
I
dude.
personally don't think they've realized how hard it's going to be to play Thursday night football and weekend football.
Yeah.
I don't think
And I
Arsenal's
think
gonna take
that's
that
going to be their struggle. Plus,
I
they
hope we
haven't
don't.
really added to their squad.
I hope we don't.
Yeah, I don't think Arsene Wenger's taking that.
I hope we
competition
don't.
serious. I think you'll see a lot of Alex.
A lot of these Nelson guys, Adelaides, and Danny Welbecks, and
But to be
Ospinas.
honest, it is a possible trophy for you.
It is, no doubt. And you know what's funny? Because I was speaking with someone at work, and he reckons that like we'll probably win the Europa League and we'll finish fifth. That's what he
If you
thinks.
guys are gonna win the Europa League, it means that
You must go all in. Yes.
Yes, we're
And
gonna
it's
concede
like
in the Premier League. Yeah, yeah.
Who
And
was the last?
I think
English-
he might be willing to
Which-
do it.
I think so. Huh?
Which was the last English team to win the Europa League and
And do well in the Premier League.
do well in the Premier
Yo,
League?
are we going back to the 70s,
I
dude?
think so.
That's Liverpool.
I think
No,
so.
it's not even the
Oh,
70s,
you
that's
talking about? Oh, you
90s.
talking about when you guys went to
No,
the
it's
final?
2001,
Are you
yeah.
guys talking about? Wait, when you won it as well?
Yeah,
You're not talking about when you
2001.
guys played Sevilla in the final, yeah?
No, no.
We
Okay.
did bad. We did terrible.
Yeah, you
that
guys
season.
did
Yeah, we
very-
finished fifth,
Seven.
sixth, seventh.
No, we finished seventh. Yeah.
That was
Seven.
Klopp's
We
first
did-
half of the
exactly,
season.
half the season. We
Damn.
did terrible. The
Yeah.
last
Remember,
team to
Klopp's
do
only
it
been there a
was-
season and a half.
That's
Exactly.
amazing.
So the last team to do it was Liverpool, but 2001.
True,
So
True.
it doesn't
But
look
yeah.
if you're gonna win it.
for sure.
It doesn't look.
But you say we're gonna finish fourth? You said
I
your
think
fourth
fourth.
team.
I
Your
think-
fourth
I think
team
Arsenal.
is
Man United.
is Man United.
Yeah.
Are you underestimating Jose Mourinho?
Okay, let's
Siobhan?
say.
I beg your pardon?
Underestimating Jose Mourinho.
I just,
Whoa, you said
I think,
not top. You said
He said top four. He's saying Man United
I'm
making
saying
fourth.
Man United will be fourth.
We'll be in the
I
top
think-
four.
Oh, Mourinho, I'm
It's
telling
not
you,
that
that sixth place is gonna hurt him, bruh.
It hurt
Yo,
him, but I
it
don't
hurt him
think
a
he's-
lot, bro.
I don't
Yo.
think he's got the players.
I don't think he's got the
do
players to
it,
back him
man.
up. I think he's a
understand
brilliant
what you're saying.
coach.
He's
Yeah.
a brilliant manager, but I don't think he has.
And they're bringing Zlatan back, apparently.
Even if they do.
Yeah, I
Even
mean,
if
they do.
They
Yeah, I'm not
had
saying, no, I'm
Pogba
not
and
rating
Zlatan
him
last
highly.
season. What did they do?
I'm not rating him highly. Don't get me
Zlatan
wrong.
overperformed.
Yeah, he did overperform, guys.
Like, yeah,
And they had
last season.
and they had Wayne Rooney as well.
But
So-
yeah, guys. Yo,
But, like,
Wayne Rooney.
you have-
Dwindling Wayne Rooney. Yeah.
Wayne Rooney wouldn't have even done much at the Kaizer Chiefs. But anyways, that's,
You're coming up to what? an hour or something. Let's do the last one. Let's do top scorer and then relegation.
Top scorer. Yo, that is amazing. Top
I
scorer.
choose not to answer that question
Yeah,
right now.
why not?
I
To
choose
be honest,
not to answer
I
that
think
question
I think
right
top
now.
scorer like. I think it's gonna. I think
We all want to say Harry Kane,
Yes,
but we don't.
yes,
Just
yes,
realize that we
yes,
said Tottenham are not going to
yes,
perform.
yes.
So
yes,
now
yes,
we're judging ourselves.
Yes. No, but wait,
really
you
wanna say Harry
can. Wait,
Kane?
you can like
can,
be top scorer and not perform well
You
as a
can,
team,
but
right?
I mean, I can't see Harry Kane scoring tons of goals and Tottenham not making top.
What about
score. It doesn't
Lukaku,
make sense.
guys?
Lukaku will have a lot of chances, but I just don't see it, eh? I'm gonna be honest, I don't see it.
Mourinho is
I don't
going
see
to
it.
put too much
Defensive.
responsibility on
You see,
Lukaku.
my thing is United always struggle against the lesser teams. Lukaku always scores against the lesser
Just
teams.
remember, Koeman lets Lukaku play.
Yes, let him play the way he wants, right?
He just lets him play.
Yeah, yeah.
Jose is not going to do that.
I
He's
tell
going to
you,
put a lot of responsibility on him, apart from just scoring goals. Right? He's going to want him to hold up the ball.
Yes.
Much better than he has been. For a big
Yes.
guy, he doesn't really hold up the ball that well.
yes,
He's going to want him to do that. He's going to want him to do
Yeah.
defensive work.
yeah.
Right? So I don't think he's going to be as free. He's
As
not going to be
he-
unchained.
As you would like
He's
to.
not going to be unleashed.
Yes,
Koeman did that.
but he's definitely a contender, though. Right?
No?
No?
He scores goals.
Yes, he's
Yeah,
definitely
he
a contender.
consistently
Goals, I
scores
think.
goals.
I would go, since we're not going to go for... I would go for Sergio Aguero. If he stays at City and if Guardiola lets him play.
Is he gonna play though?
That's what I'm saying. If he stays at City and Guardiola
Yeah.
lets him play, I think he scores.
I think Sanchez might also be.
Yeah, Chervon,
To be
did you just say
honest.
Sanchez? Hey!
If he stays at Arsenal, I definitely think he'll be in there.
I would, okay, and yours? Sanchez.
Shy. I have to say it.
No bias
I'm
whatsoever
so sorry.
coming from
Wait. Yeah, but like I said, I can't say like I said. No, I can't.
not-
No,
it's too
shame. I
soon.
can't. Yeah, I can't.
It's too soon.
I can't. I gotta be
Way
honest.
too
So it's
soon.
definitely not a Liverpool player, and it's definitely not Morata,
Yeah,
guys.
it's not going to be.
No, it's not going to be Morata.
Yo, shame.
No, it's
man.
not gonna be a Liverpool
wow.
player.
Who's going down?
Who's going down? I have to say your team that you want to look out for.
Yeah,
is going
Huddersfield.
Down. Huddersfield is going
Watford.
down.
James.
I think
Watford might go down. Watford might actually go down.
Yeah.
Actually,
But Marco Silva?
I think Watford might go down.
Marco Silva? Not
yeah.
giving him a chance.
You
Almost pulled it off with Hull.
Hold on a second. You were saying that Arsenal was winning those last few games because players were tired. So was Marco Silva not winning those games because players were tired?
No. Not
Okay.
really. Those
Okay.
guys performed.
Okay, no, it's just a
Beat
question.
Liverpool at Anfield, I think, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
So I would.
I don't think Watford is going down. I
That's
think
a
it's a good
Huddersfield?
pick. I understand it.
Huddersfield is gonna go down.
So your 3 is Huddersfield.
Watford is actually a decent choice. I'll probably
I
say
think
Watford as
Watford,
well.
yeah.
Then what was the other team that was promoted?
Brighton, Newcastle.
Brighton going to stay. I mean, Newcastle going to stay, I beg your pardon. I think
Okay,
I think it's going to go Watford, Brighton,
there
Huddersfield.
we go. Yeah, I was gonna go with the same.
Mm.
I was gonna say both.
I'm gonna go.
I think you're actually going to get Newcastle, Watford, Brighton, Huddersfield
Ooh, that's
as
a
your
gonna
bottom
go-
four.
Stoke.
I'm gonna go Stoke.
Ayo.
Losing Arnautovic.
Is
I don't think they're
hectic.
looking to make any decent signings. And remember, look at Stoke's record the last few games.
It's been bad.
It
huh?
wasn't
Yeah.
great,
Yeah, it's
man.
been very bad.
I think that's gonna be a snowball effect. I think Stoke will go down.
Stoke will go down.
I think West Brom will go down.
West Brom.
Yeah.
Really?
Tony
I think-
Pulis
I think
won't.
Pulis
Tony
will
Pulis
meet-
won't go
they-
down. Mhm.
What does Pulis do when they don't give him anything to work with? What does he do?
Yeah, he plays. He plays.
No, he leaves.
He's like, I'm done.
He's not
I'm
gonna
out.
leave though. Not now.
He did
Not
at
now.
Crystal Palace.
Yeah, he did
leave.
at Crystal Palace, no doubt.
West Brom haven't done any business.
Yes.
But has he been pushing for business?
Yes.
I won't lie. I don't think Tony Pulis goes down if he stays.
I think he leaves. I don't think he's gonna stay at West Brom.
Yeah. So you basing? We're talking about right now,
I
right?
still think they'll leave. They haven't done.
Okay.
shit.
So based on right now, you saying West Brom is going down?
I think Stoke, West Brom, and Brighton.
So
Brighton.
I
only
think Newcastle and
one.
Huddersfield stay. Yeah.
Huddersfield.
Stoke. I think
You're
Stoke.
taking
I think
two Premier League teams.
Yeah. And listen, I strongly think Stoke is gonna go down.
You're taking
Like,
two Premier League
Mark
teams.
Hughes.
Mark, that team is going down. I strongly think they'll go down. West Brom, like I
Yeah.
said,
And who's going to be just safe?
just safe.
Just safe with.
So I say Newcastle will be just safe.
Yo,
I'll go for your guys' pick. Watford will be just safe.
Watford would be
Yeah.
just safe.
Watford will be. I think Newcastle, Brighton. No, I think Newcastle, Huddersfield
will be safe.
I'm gonna show
Yo, you know what? Actually, let me change mine.
I'm gonna
Sorry, let me
shock you
change
with
my
this
mind.
one.
Sorry, let me change my mind. I think Stoke will definitely go down.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, so Stoke will be in
Yeah.
the 20th there.
Yeah.
Relegated
Let me
at
replace
Christmas.
my West Brom. If Tony Pulis leaves, let me replace that with
Swansea.
Burnley.
Burnley.
Let me replace that with Burnley.
When did Burnley come in
Yeah.
now?
Sean Dyche is gonna go down.
Yeah, I think Sean Dykes might go.
Yeah.
Let me replace that with Burnley and then Brighton.
Damn.
Yeah, I think Burnley. I strongly think
So
Stoke
you're
will
going
leave.
Watford, Brighton, Burnley,
Watford,
Stoke,
Brighton. No. Watford,
Burnley.
Burnley.
I think Burnley will fight.
Okay.
Watford just making it.
Yeah.
Burnley, Brighton.
Damn.
Stoke.
I think Stoke will be at the foot of the table.
So come Christmas time,
Damn.
Stoke are going to have less than 20 points. That's what you're saying.
That's what. You
yes. Let's look at we can look at their fixtures. Yes, why not?
Yeah. See, that is.
Why is it so far fetched to think that Stoke would go?
I don't think Mark Hughes will go
I don't
down.
think they'll be bottom.
I don't think so. I
I
think
think,
they'll perform.
I think they'll be fighting.
Yeah, don't
for
get me
it
wrong. I think they'll
in
perform
that bottom
badly.
6-7.
Yeah, they'll perform badly, but I don't
But I
think
don't
they're
think
gonna.
they'll go.
I don't think they'll go down.
I
Bro.
think they'll go.
Go down?
I think they'll go.
Damn. Yes, you had.
Okay,
this
what is
Huddersfield.
researching? Kule, your bottom three?
I went with your one.
Same as me.
Watford.
Yeah. Watford, Huddersfield.
Huddersfield's not going down, guys.
Huddersfield is going down. And
Look out for that team.
And Brighton.
Huddersfield is not going
Okay,
down.
I'm very
you know,
uninformed
yeah.
when it
even
comes to
feel bad
Huddersfield.
in
To be
saying
honest, I
Brighton
haven't really
because
watched them.
I really like Chris Hughton. I think he's a decent manager.
Are you basing your decision on emotions or
No, not
what,
even
dude?
most.
Like,
Just like there's good managers in this. Sean Dykes, like he's a good manager.
Yes.
But I don't think he has the players.
I
That's what I'm basing
I don't
it
think
really
Chris
on.
Hughton has better players than what Burnley has. Anyways, that's what
might
I
not,
think.
but
Yes, that's what
one
I
must
think.
go.
Yeah, and Chris Hughton is the one who's gonna go. Chris Hughton didn't do so well when he was at Newcastle. Yeah, he got
Yeah,
sacked at Newcastle.
He did.
He did. When
A lot of
Newcastle was
players-
in the Premier League.
A lot of managers
Just
have
got
been sacked.
sacked.
at Newcastle.
Yeah.
We can go through that history. Doesn't mean anything.
I'm just saying, he didn't do
I mean,
well.
Sam Allardyce.
He didn't do so
Alan
well.
Pardew.
But
A lot of
Allardyce's
people-
one is a shaky one. I mean, it was
No, it's not a shaky
it was a
one.
disagreement with the board. It's not like his form was
But
like
no, the form
horrendous.
was trash.
Was it
Remember,
horrendous?
He got sacked after we beat them, 6-1 at
Was
Anfield.
it
No, it
horrendous?
wasn't even at Anfield, at Newcastle.
Was it horrendous?
Remember when Steven Gerrard got arrested for
Oh,
For the
that.
fight.
punching? Yeah, it was that same.
Is it?
6-1.
Okay, I don't-
He got sacked after that.
And
They were
Gerrard
terrible.
scored, yeah?
Yeah, when Gerrard scored
Oh,
two.
Gerrard scored the two.
That's
I
why
think
the
I
whole
remember
thing
that game.
happened.
They were terrible.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, that's a wrap for us, man. Anything else you care to share?
Oof. Cannot wait to see.
You know what I'd love to do? The thing is, I'm a broke dude, so I'm broke. I'd like to put a prediction
On our top
type
four,
of
bottom.
thing. No, not even that.
Ah.
Yeah, that'll have to be
Okay.
a huge prize. But on
Okay.
fixtures.
Yeah.
So actually, maybe let's do that. Let me see if I can open the fixtures.
The opening fixtures.
Yeah, the opening fixtures.
Okay, we can do that.
I'll give you my predictions because I pay Super Brew.
Oh.
So I'm
Okay.
actually.
So you got money then.
No, Super Brew is free.
It's
How?
Super Brew free.
Yes, you just go in and you register. So.
But do you make any money of that? No.
Yes, if you get, I think it's from 6 up.
Yeah.
Correct predictions. Whatever
Yeah.
you can win up to like 20k.
Is it?
Friend of mine
Like
actually won
sports
20k last.
Yeah, I do sports
But
like
it's
me.
free to enter. So you literally go, you create a profile, and you just start predicting scores every week.
And do you pay anything to?
You pay nothing.
Seriously.
Now we're
Yes.
plugging
Siobhan,
people's deals.
Siobhan, now we.
You pay
Super
nothing.
Brew, yo.
Every week you go in, you predict your scores, and if you get a certain amount right, then you stand to win money.
Wow, I'm actually might actually do that. For real? Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's actually.
So I did my predictions today
Okay.
for this weekend. So
this
if
weekend.
you're keen to
Okay, let me see
listen.
your prediction.
Yeah, easiest prediction is Friday.
Okay, so Arsenal versus Leicester.
That's easy.
Yeah,
That's
I-
so
I have to
easy.
agree as well.
Yo,
Okay, let's go.
Lacazette scoring a brace probably.
No, that's Arsenal. Easy.
No, so you just pick final scores.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Oh no! I say winner. I say we pick the winner or draw or yeah. I say that home
Oh.
away or draw.
So no, you have like particular score lines.
Yeah, so you go. So like I
okay.
picked Arsenal to win to beat Leicester 2-1.
2-1.
I think that's
Yo.
I think that's the 2-0.
That's a 3. For me,
Yeah,
that's a 3.
wait
Dude,
now.
I won't lie. That's a
Hold
3.
up.
If we turn up, yo, it's
I
late.
think that's a 2-0. I think I'll go 2-0.
Okay, I'm
let
going
me actually.
2-1.
I'm gonna put these down.
Yeah, let's
Actually.
write this down.
I
Let me
think.
put these down. Give me a sec, yo. We're probably on 2 hours now. Okay.
I think in the actual
L.
we'll score when we tie
I'm
it.
gonna
So
put
I'll be
S
3-1.
for Shakes, C for Chervon, W for me.
Mhm.
Alright, cool. So
Okay, so Arsenal versus Leicester is the first game.
That's 3-1 to Arsenal.
3-1.
Shakes is saying 3-1. I'm saying 2-1 to Arsenal.
3-1 Arsenal.
Oof.
3-1. Okay. And Chervon?
2-1 to Arsenal.
2-1. Arsenal. And I'm saying 2-0.
Oh.
That's an easy 2.
That's an easy.
Okay.
I'm glad you guys said it's easy.
Second game is Brighton versus Man City.
1-1 draw.
Yo.
I'm gonna jump out the window. 1-1 draw.
Whoa!
Why not?
I would lie. I think the excitement for the new season, it's the first game of the season, Man City will win it 2-1.
I've got City to win at 4-0.
Whoa!
Oh,
Yo! I think there'll be
4-0.
some controversy in the game. Like City will score, they'll equalize, and people will be like, "Oh!" And the next thing, another goal will come in.
City.
Four-
So you have City what?
I've
4-0.
got City to take it 4-0.
4-0.
Okay, let me see. What did you have? 2-1, right?
2-1 to City. I said
City. I have 1-1. Like I said.
1-1.
1-1.
4-0, Chervon.
Yeah.
Yo.
Let me
then
just
again, they got
state
the
that
firepower, yo.
in the Super Brew group that I run with my radio show,
You
I
are-
finished in the top 10
Oh,
last
you.
season.
Oh, that's
last
a
season.
Nice with these
hey.
So,
Alright, what's up next?
okay, Chelsea versus Burnley.
Chelsea versus Burnley.
Burnley.
It's Chelsea's at home, man.
Yeah.
I'd probably say.
Chelsea 3-1.
Yeah, 3-1. I was gonna say 3-1 as well. to
I've also got
Chelsea.
Chelsea 3-1.
3-1 to
So that's
Chelsea.
unanimous.
Morata might score and people go crazy.
So that's Chelsea and Burnley, right?
Chelsea versus
We all have
Burnley.
3-1. Alright.
3-1.
3-1?
Yeah.
The next
else?
game is Crystal Palace versus your team there, Huddersfield Town.
Ooh.
Crystal Palace is home.
I think that's a
Crystal
draw.
Palace is at home.
I think that's
your
a
team
draw.
to
My
watch.
manager
I
to
think
look
that's a
out
draw.
And boy, your
I
team
think
to
that's a
watch
draw.
there.
watch.
Yeah.
I think that's a draw, eh?
That's a draw written all
I have,
over, right?
I have a draw me at that game. I have a draw. Straight
I'm
up.
gonna go.
If I had to put a score on it, I'd probably say maybe 2-2. I'll make it exciting. 2-2. I'll make it exciting. 2-2. It's a 2-2 draw.
I'll go Palace, man. I think Palace at home.
Damn.
Like I said, that's Huddersfield is still my team to watch.
Okay.
But I'll go 2-1.
To Palace.
2-1 to Palace.
I went 3-1 to Palace.
3-1 to Palace. That's not a bad score too. 3-1 to Palace.
Okay.
And you, Shakes?
For Palace.
Oh, you
and
said 2-2, right?
yeah, I said 2-2. Yeah.
2-2. All right.
Okay, the fifth game that we're going for is Everton versus Stoke City. Everton at home.
Everton 4-0.
Yo.
Whoa.
Everton.
Oh, this is because he thinks Stoke is going down.
Yeah.
Stoke is going.
Everton will
Alright.
probably win it. I'd probably say 2-0.
Probably.
2-0.
I've also got an Everton win 2-0.
2-0.
That's a 4-0.
Everton at home.
Yeah, the Rooney will score a penalty.
I'm also thinking Rooney's going to score something there.
penalty, and everyone's gonna go berserk. Like, yeah, we have Rooney, the savior to take us to top 4, and all that.
goodness.
Blah
Okay.
blah blah.
Next.
Okay, next is Man United versus West Ham United.
Man United definitely to win that.
3-2.
I'd say
3-2, that's a lot of goals.
that's a lot of goals. I'd probably say 2-1 to United.
I've said 2-0 to United.
Whoa, West Ham's not getting a goal.
No.
Like how you.
Whoa, for real?
Yeah, you
Yay!
said 2.
1 to West Ham. I'm 2 to United. Sorry, to United.
Chervon is like
2-0. I think Chicharito will start, but I don't think he'll get a goal.
2-0 to United.
Oh,
And I said
Same, man.
3-2 to United.
that'd be some referee controversy in that
Okay.
game, though.
Let's move along.
As they generally is.
Is
with United
always.
and Jose Mourinho.
Always.
Seventh game is Newcastle versus Spurs.
Whoa.
2-2 draw.
That one is actually
Newcastle
interesting.
are at home.
2-2 draw.
Yeah, yo.
That's a 2-2 draw written all over.
This is going to be like the most bravest one, I'm just going to say.
What?
And I'd probably say
Newcastle.
1-0 to
1-0.
Newcastle. Yeah, I'm going to say that. Rafa's going to manufacture something. And then everyone's going to get on Spurs' back.
Goal at 5th
Yes.
minute.
Then everyone's going to get on Spurs' back after that game to be like, go spend or something. But I
So
would
you
say
go
1-0
1-0
to Newcastle straight.
Newcastle.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm like 2-2, bro.
2-2.
I have gone for a 3-0 to Spurs.
Hey!
I thought you loved Rafa.
Yeah,
Guys, I love Rafa. Don't get me wrong.
She did say
I
she
love
loves
Rafa.
yeah?
Rafa's
But
gonna go out like that first game.
First game, no way.
I think it needs to be a rude awakening.
So tight.
Some people
Four
need
at
that
the back,
rude
2 holding
awakening.
midfielders.
That's it.
No,
I'm telling you, that's what
gonna be-
Rafa's gonna do.
It's gonna
nah.
be just.
Do you remember Spain in the World Cup? They lost their first game and they went back and they won it. So
No,
Oh, well,
Rafa got this.
that-
just
that-
saying.
That is true.
Okay, 8th game. Southampton versus Swansea. Southampton are at home.
Southampton,
To be honest, I think it's a 1-1.
It's a 1-0.
Yeah, it's a
Scots are gone
1-1.
for a draw.
I'm
1-1
draw.
Yeah,
Swansea.
1-1. Swansea's gonna pull out
Okay,
something
so
out of
Shakes
that.
is like 1-1.
Jorente.
You
It's
said
gonna
1-1 as well.
1-1, yeah.
It's gonna be a cross in and
bro, that's a
Jorente.
1-0 to-
Dude,
Remember,
they-
Van Dijk won't play for Southampton, eh?
Don't matter.
and
Southampton's still a good
and Claude
team.
Puel has left.
Southampton.
Nah, it doesn't look. I mean, there's a little bit of a mess at Southampton, though. Then
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
hey, like
There's not-
there's
As a
little bit of a
Liverpool-
mess.
as
It's
a
a little
Liverpool
bit.
supporter,
It's a
you're
little
like,
bit of
ah.
a mess.
Swansea.
But you're underestimating Swansea then again, bro. Like,
Not, they're Swansea.
But you always want your Liverpool B-side to win.
Huh?
You always want your Liverpool B-side to win there.
yeah, Liverpool beat. Wait, who's the B side? Oh, Southampton. Oh, yes. You guys sign everybody
we
from
have
there.
2 clubs in the Premier
Yeah.
Oh, you guys sign everybody
These
from
are
there.
still Saturday games, right?
Well, it's actually mixed up because there's only 2 more games left.
Okay, 2 games.
So, 9th game is Watford versus Liverpool.
That one's an
That's a
easy
win, that's a
3-1. That's an
3-0,
easy 3-1 to Liverpool. Yo, they're gonna make it rain. Yo, they're gonna make it rain.
Coutinho is injured. Lallana
Coutinho is injured. Lallana's injured. Sturridge is a doubt.
Sturridge is- Don't even talk about
To be honest, I could play in Liverpool to win still. I'm just
as
saying.
long as I have Salah and Mane here
Yeah.
and a fit Henderson, I'm actually cool. So I'm going 3-0.
Three.
Oh, it's a win,
I'm
3-0.
going 3-1.
I'm going.
We're gonna leak?
3-0.
3-1. Got him 1 goal at least. Like, Karius or Mignolet will make 1 mistake, and then that's about it.
You know,
Like,
normally I would be like,
Chervon?
yeah, we would league. I went with 3-0 to
3-0.
Liverpool.
Oh, 3-0 too.
Mm-hmm. And the last game is West Brom versus Bournemouth.
Bournemouth, we didn't talk about
To be honest, I
Bournemouth,
I think that's a draw as well. Eh?
Yeah, we didn't talk about Bournemouth.
Yeah, that's
We didn't.
that's
actually.
a draw. Yo, I just see a draw. That's gonna be 1-1 as
No,
well.
I think
1-1 as
Who's
well.
on?
West
West
Brom.
Brom.
West Brom's at home.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
It's gonna be a draw, I
I think
think.
that's a 0-0 draw.
I've gone for West Brom win.
Oh, Rondon.
Yeah, I think
You ain't give me Rondon anything.
It might be a missed penalty somewhere as well.
A scrap.
that's
Might be a scrap.
I've
Tunis
gone-
at home, first game. Come on, guys, you know that's a scrap.
That's a scrap and a half.
That's a difficult game.
But
to
I
play.
say 1-1. I think 1-1
Nah, I
is
think that's a 0-0.
Yeah.
I've gone for West Brom win 2-1.
The days of
I just don't see West Brom
losing.
losing it. I wanted to say that. I don't see West Brom losing it. So
I don't think they'll lose. This is a Pulis team.
it is a Pulis team. Yeah,
So
but
what? Shakes wins
1-1.
1-1. Shakes.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a goal here anyway. You know that those opening fixtures is always that team that just lets us. There's always that game that lets everyone down.
I picked
think
that
this
game
is the
already.
game.
I already picked the game already.
Which game
That
is this?
Newcastle and Spurs one.
What you said? What 1-1?
Newcastle 1-0.
Oh, 1-0. But that's not the game
That's
that
not
lets
a-
people down.
yeah.
That's gonna let people
No,
down.
I'm
People are
saying,
gonna
like,
come with
no
such
goals.
enthusiasm.
Like, there's just
Oh,
no-
you mean no goals?
Yeah.
Wait, but 1-0 with 1-0 to Newcastle with Spurs, wouldn't you have not expected a lot of goals in that game?
Nah, not really.
Not really.
Rafa, not
Oh.
Yeah, actually,
Rafa's
none of
just
our
What was your
predictions.
what is your prediction score
For what?
for Spurs and Newcastle
I
game?
said, what did I say for Spurs?
I think you said
2-2.
draw.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2-2 and you said?
I said 3-0 to Spurs.
3-0 to Spurs. That's a lot of goals. I'm disappointing with the 1-0, guys.
The game that you picked a lot of goals for was the United.
And West
And
Ham.
West Ham. You picked
Right,
5
goals
goals.
there.
Yeah.
You picked 5
Let's go with
Goal
goals.
scorers. So
That-
I'm assuming if there's goal scorers, there's goals.
Yeah, I mean,
Am I wrong? Chicharito.
I don't think it's going to
Lukaku.
get on the score
Lukaku.
sheet.
Who?
You don't.
Chicharito, this
You
game.
don't think you won't get
This
on the
opening
score
game.
sheet?
I don't think
I
so.
think he will. It's one of those like it's got the United will be leading 2-0 and then they'll score and then Chicharito will get the ball out of the net and he'll be
Guys,
running
there's
back.
goals in that game. It's written. What do you mean?
I think it's 2-1, not 3-2 though, but it's 2-1.
Okay, so let's go through it. So EPL, Arsenal.
Easy. Oh, that's the easy one. That's probably the easiest game to
So
predict
you got
out of all
3-1.
those games.
Siobhan has 2-1. I have 2-0. City game, we have 2-1 from Shakes, 4-0 from Chervon.
Mm-hmm.
Yo.
At 1-1. I think Brighton will do something. Chelsea.
You're hoping on this Brighton, hey?
Who's Chelsea playing? Chelsea's playing who again? Burnley.
Burnley.
Yeah, Chelsea 3-1 from Shakes.
Yeah.
3-1 from Chervon.
Yeah.
3-1 from myself as
Oh,
well.
okay.
Palace and Huddersfield. Right?
Yeah?
Shakes 2-2, Chervon 3-1. I said 2-1 Palace. I know I picked Huddersfield as my
Yeah.
team to
But that was a
Palace.
tricky one for you
Yeah,
because
very
that's
tricky.
manager versus team there.
Yep. Everton against
Stoke?
Stoke. Oh, 2-0. Shakes. Chervon 2-0. I went 4-0. So this is actually my highest score. 4-0. United against West Ham. Shakes 2-1. Chervon 2-0. Me 3-2. Newcastle Spurs. Shakes 1-0. Chervon 3-0 to Spurs. Shakes 1-0 to Newcastle.
Rafa.
Chervon 3-0 to Spurs. 2-2 draw for me. Southampton and Swansea. 1-1 draw from Chervon and Shakes. I think 1-0 Southampton. Charlie Austin.
You overrate this Charlie. You should be talking about Gabardini rather than the Charlie Austin.
Charlie Austin fit nothing. Corner header. No, okay.
No, not really. Dude.
Liverpool against Watford. Marco Silva's Watford.
Yo, this is actually. I'm glad I added the one goal, right?
That's why he was like 1-0, yeah.
I'm glad I added the one goal.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a tough one, eh? 3-1 Shakes to
I'm glad I
Liverpool.
added the one goal.
3-0 to Liverpool. Myself 3-0.
Yo, you guys are keeping a clean sheet?
Yep. West Brom against. This is the boring game, right? This is West Brom against Bournemouth. Shakes 1-1.
Yeah.
1-2-1. Myself 0-0.
Yeah.
That's that.
And that's the fixtures for this weekend.
Alright, so when we do it again, we're gonna come back to these.
Oh, I don't mind.
Yeah, no, we have to.
I don't mind.
So drinks on the person who gets it badly wrong.
Wait. What do you mean now?
There
You
are
gotta get us
10
a
matches.
drink.
You've got to
10
get
matches.
at least.
No. Whoever gets it terribly wrong.
Okay,
no,
Okay.
no, at least if you get all of them right, good for you. But whoever gets it terribly wrong, drinks on you.
Let's go.
Away.
Let's go.
All right, so that is the Born Free podcast. Anything else you guys want to add in, chip in?
This was amazing.
This was fun.
This was amazing.
Let's do it again.
Jeez, man.
And I'm going to hold you to that.
Yeah,
What?
next week.
Oh,
guys.
I'm in. So,
Me, I
The
even put a
Born
date
Free
there.
podcast, episode 5, Premier League special. We might have to actually do something different. So,
Yeah, we might just have to branch this out.
yeah, different podcast.
what do you mean?
Create a
Create our
football
own something.
sports
Yeah, of course.
podcast.
Something.
If anything football, guys, I'm available, eh?
Okay, cool. So call it whatever we call it. We'll name it later.
Yes,
Yeah.
we'll name it later, definitely.
But we'll chat.
Siobhan, you hook up some personalities, yeah?
Of course, yes.
Yeah?
Guys, I have a phone full
I'm
of
gonna hold
numbers.
you guys to it.
No, I'm here, man. Like,
Okay. So Ranza Shakes, Love Football. Where can they catch you?
they can catch me on Twitter at LoveFootball04 and then also my personal Twitter as well at Shakes versus Ranza on Twitter.
Facebook, Instagram, none of that.
Instagram, we haven't started up as yet. Facebook, Love Football as well.
Okay, cool. And Chervon.
I am just Chervon Chetty on everything. Chervon spelled with a C and the R before the V.
Okay.
Yeah.
Away. So that is the Born Free podcast. Remember, rate, subscribe, and review on iTunes, SoundCloud, stream us, leave a comment on YouTube, and please subscribe to the platform that is episode 5. Away.